ESPNLAcontests.com.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
When you're planning your next job, options matter. Now in stock at Lowe's. Get the roofing brands you trust, including GAF, Owens Corning, and CertainTeed, with more colors to choose from. Shingles and accessories are in stock and ready to go. And when you're on the clock, we help keep you on schedule. Order by 4 p.m. and get next day job site delivery on select items as early as 6:30 a.m. At Lowe's, we have your back on the job. Delivery Monday through Saturday in select zip codes, subject to availability.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
I'll tell you this right now. Last night I decided to walk down to this taco shop called Sonora Town.
Yeah, we saw.
And that's good.
Excellent place here downtown.
It is. It is. It's got a big
I hate
reputation. It's got a big reputation.
See what happens when I'm not here with you in downtown LA? You do bad things.
I did.
No, these are good things. No. But for him, though, because he feels heavy today.
Yeah.
You didn't walk. You didn't walk up the hill on Grand.
No, I did. I did 5 miles of walking. I got a really good lift in the gym over at the East Central. But I ate so much at this place called Sonora Town because now they have this Michelin rating. And I was like, you know what? I've been there once with Beto, and I don't remember it being so awesome.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
Bergie, make sure you get checked.
I'm going to get a colonoscopy probably in the next few weeks.
And a colonic.
But you're coming with me.
At Steve's, yeah.
As long as Steve has 2 beds for us. Same room.
I mean,
same room.
Other wacky morning shows have done this where we just do fake spots for fake things. Should we start doing that? How you doing? It's Cappy Mraz for Steve's Colonics.
I'm looking up to see if we have any colonic places in downtown LA. I will find one and we will do it.
I told you, if we go to a downtown LA colonic, it could go really wrong.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history. George Sedano, Scott Kaplan, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
What'd you say?
You can't have a pie without Cool Whip. Cool Whip? Cool Whip, yeah.
You mean Cool Whip?
Yeah, Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
You're saying it weird. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
A little sabor.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the weirdo on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit Boy.
Right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, mongrels, stay tuned.
What are you talking about? Just saying it. Cool Whip. You put Cool Whip on pie.
Oh, yeah! 7:02 and 45 seconds. More. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Monday morning, the 22nd of June, 2026. How is it the 22nd of June already, man?
How is that possible?
How is that possible?
I mean, it was like yesterday. It was June 1st.
Good morning, Scott Kaplan. Good morning. Shit out. How was Father's Day weekend, man?
It was pretty good.
All right.
Mine was pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty good until yesterday, until the latter part of the day. I screwed the whole weekend
I was just going to say yesterday was actually Father's Day, so that would be not a good thing if it was actually just yesterday.
I mean, how was it screwed up yesterday? Because you looked at your credit card bill and realized how much the gifts cost you that your kids bought you?
It's always good when you start this off like, I screwed it up.
Yeah. No, I screwed it up. I did. I screwed the whole thing up yesterday. Because Father's Day also was my girlfriend Rachel's birthday, her actual birthday.
Oh, boy.
Scott, get in here!
So we celebrated all weekend long, including Friday night.
Did you get the Walmart bag out?
late Friday night.
All
That was a
right.
late Friday night deal, yeah.
And kids don't know what's in the Walmart bag.
Right.
I mean, if they listen enough, yeah.
Hey, George, by the way, Beto actually came to the Friday night portion of Rachel's birthday weekend.
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Beto was there.
Beto is like the modern-day Kato Kalin.
Yeah.
He
Beto
just
really
hangs out
is.
all,
That's a
all
good-
weekend.
The funniest part was Beto's like, all right, I'll come. I go, okay, great. He shows up with 2 other people.
Oh, I'm sure Rachel loved that.
Oh, well, it was just like, and it was Razzo and Razzo's wife. They're great. We've hung out with them before. We were at Pep Boys eating tacos with those guys. But, man, everything was going swimmingly this weekend, George. Everything was just going perfectly, man. Perfect. I had a perfect weekend until yesterday afternoon. I pulled Rachel's new car into the garage.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Didn't pull it in quite far enough.
And you smashed the car with the garage
Bam!
gate.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't have a sensor on that?
By the way, welcome back, producer Lindsay Baseball.
Oh, yeah, hey.
Baseball.
Okay.
Wow, Linz.
You don't have a sensor on your like mine is. If you put your hand there, it's like, oh no, it's going back up. It would not hit it. It would go back up.
Yeah, when it gets to the bottom, right? Isn't there like an electric sensor of some kind down at the bottom?
Well, there's
No.
that's but if your wheels or any part of the car
Right,
is
if any
there,
part of the car is there,
it won't
then
go
you should
down.
be- yeah.
I don't know, guys. All I know is that the garage door hit the new car. And today, this afternoon, I'll be taking it back to the dealership looking for advice on how to fix this thing.
Let's have Rachel call Jacob on you.
Yeah, seriously.
I should call Jacob this
800-345.
6-7.
8-9. Yeah, there you go, Rach.
Did you?
Happy birthday.
Did she talk to you at all the rest of the night?
She did a little bit, but put it this way. There was no birthday dinner last night for she and I. There was for her and her son, not for me.
Wow, really?
You didn't even go?
I didn't even go.
Were you not invited or you didn't go?
Said
I just felt
don't
so
show
bad.
up.
No, it wasn't like that. I just felt so bad. I felt so horrible, So, not good. Not good. And then I also got injured this weekend, George, just to let you know I'm hurt.
Injured?
I'm injured. Yeah, I'm injured.
How'd you do that?
Well, I was on a vessel this weekend,
What kind of vessel?
It was a big boat. I took a ferry because I went to this NASCAR race that Morales had been promoting all week last week. I went to this NASCAR race down in San Diego over the weekend.
Coronado.
Yeah.
But do you have to take a ferry to get to Coronado from where you are?
There's
don't
usually a
have to.
bridge, I recall.
Yeah, isn't there the Coronado Bridge?
Yeah, but we were trying to take like planes, trains, and automobiles on Saturday. We were trying to do it all.
Just to prove how rich you are?
No, just to prove how smart we were. But
Okay.
it turns out we weren't very smart because the timing didn't work out. And I got stung by a bee in the palm of my hand.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Let me tell you something right now. My right hand is like blown up, and my left hand's like totally normal, but my right hand is so swollen and in so much pain.
This is
and I'm
amazing.
Scratching everything so much, like I'm bleeding.
Well,
I'm
did
scratching
you
so
take
much.
Benadryl?
No.
Why not? Why? I'm sure there's something in your emergency kit. By
Oh,
the way,
I
look
looked.
at that. We just
I
worked in
looked.
2 partners in the opening segment.
Oh, yeah, no, I looked. I looked in the medical emergency.
Did he spit?
Did you spit on it? Why didn't you spit on it?
I did, but it didn't work. Just what a weekend, man. What an amazing weekend. Seriously. Between the car and the massive injury that I'm now dealing with.
Wow.
You're
That sounds like a lot.
You're only in your mid-50s, and you already sound like an old Hebraic brother in his 70s. Like, look at what happened to me all weekend.
Look what happened. Look at this. Look at this hand. I got stung by a bee. Look at this hand. What? Anyway.
The Dodgers got stung all weekend long by the
Oh,
Orioles.
my God.
Oh, my
What
God.
the hell, man?
We'll talk about
and
that.
yesterday was the worst of them all.
Sure was.
I mean,
Yeah,
it wasn't
it was
even
all-
competitive I mean, I was kind of like, maybe at like 5 or 6 to 1. I was like, all right, maybe. And I was like, no, that's not happening.
Yeah,
We'll
I-
whip
I
out
gave
Berkey's Oregon at 7:30.
I gave up at 7-1. Don't worry about it.
Hey, I forgot that Pete Alonso plays for the Orioles.
Right.
Like all those years with the Mets, and I haven't seen an Orioles game all year long. And then Pete Alonso started hitting bomb home runs against the Dodgers. I'm like, oh yeah, Pete Alonso went to Baltimore. Forgot about him.
By the way, let's start the show here and shout out to our friend Armin Cornell. Stephanie and I saw him at Friday night's game, and he said, you got to give Cappy a bobblehead. So here's your Mookie Betts bobblehead, sucker.
Oh,
You'll get
yeah.
it tomorrow.
Oh,
but
I
that
want
was the only
that.
highlight of the weekend was Mookie Betts bobblehead night and the fact that the Dodgers somehow won Friday night's game and then get shellacked the next 2 days.
The Dodgers.
We'll do that at 7:30. We'll whip out Berkey's Oregon.
Can you turn up my keys? Because I forgot to do the.
Oh, sorry. Lindsay hasn't been here for a month, and she's already yelling at me about, our hotkeys aren't up.
George said the Dodgers, so I wanted to do
The Dodgers.
There we go.
Nice. Yeah, I also I will just say, though, that when we left on Friday, the story of Friday, at least good news, since the Dodgers were such a disaster this weekend, the good news was USA, USA, USA.
Oh, I know, man. The USA, all of a sudden, like, people are, like, Zlatan on the broadcast the other day was asked straight up, like, hey, can the U.S. actually pull this off? Like, can they win this thing? And he's like, yes.
He gives so much analysis.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but the thing is that's interesting about what you're talking about with Zlatan is his point was, look, they're playing great ball right now, number one. And number two, you've got the energy of the country behind you. These are his words, and I'm paraphrasing, not mine. Yeah. But Zlatan was like, look, he played obviously in L.A. He understands, the American fan base probably better than had he not played in MLS. But him saying that the U.S. could win the World Cup made me feel so good to hear him say that.
Well, because you could actually win the pool if you believe Zlatan.
Well, but the other part of it is,
by the way, it would be the most cappy thing ever for you to pick the USA in this pool and then somehow win the World Cup.
It would be the greatest. But think about this. Zlatan is a ball knower in soccer. Would you agree with that?
Yes. I mean, if you ask him, nobody knows more ball.
But how many people really know as much as he does who also told you the U.S. has no chance?
I mean, plenty.
Right. So you see, I'm going with Zlatan. Me and Zlatan, we believe in the USA.
Right.
That's
you
all I'm
believe
trying to say.
that they will win.
Yes, I do. I believe that they will win. That's right. I believe that they will win. Yes, I do. Right.
We believe in us.
Tell him, Coach.
It is good to have Lindsay's drops back. I'll say that.
Yeah, it is nice. Lindsay, how you doing, Lindsay? You okay?
I'm all right. How about you, Gappy? It doesn't sound like
we should do a get to know. We should do a get to know you segment for the people that.
Lindsay, I had a better weekend than
know
you,
your
Cappy.
producer.
Yeah, if you're new to the show, producer Lindsay's here.
Yeah, Lindsay, I lost the bet because everybody said you were coming back today, and I said no chance. But I did win the bet a couple weeks ago when you were supposed to be back on a Thursday, and I said no chance.
That's true. You did.
But that was like 4 weeks ago.
By the way, what are the chances that Funchy keeps up his bit? And we did this in the YouTube hour last week. Funch's basically review of the YouTube chat in 60 seconds. Any chance that Funch's makes an appearance at 9:40 this morning and is in the YouTube chat?
Like that nobody has to remind him of?
Yeah.
No chance.
So I should remind him then.
Well, his alarm usually goes off at 9:25 to feed the cats. So he
Well,
should
he's
be
already
awake.
Doesn't he usually get up? Then he gets up. He does a couple of things.
He feeds the cats.
Eats some breakfast, and then he goes back to sleep for a couple hours.
But I made him a whole open and everything. He was so honored on Friday. He's like, man, I got to send that to my mom. I'm like, whatever, dude.
He literally said that off the air. He goes, I'm going to send that to mom.
Good for him.
I got to send that to my mom. That's great.
Anywho.
Oh, man. I got it.
Well, Cappy, I'm sorry about your hand and Rachel's car and
look at my hand, George. Look at my hand.
Fledgling relationship.
Yeah, look at my hand. Look how swollen the right hand, the whole right side is so swollen.
That's why they make this thing called Benadryl.
I know.
And why didn't you take something?
Well, because I doesn't Benadryl make you drowsy?
Yeah, you take it at night.
Or they make non-drowsy.
And they do that too, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go get some today.
Well, now it's too late.
Well, it is?
Well, usually the poison from the stinger, it goes in right away, so you should take Benadryl within a few hours.
You want a honey stinger to go with your stinger?
Yeah, I could use the energy.
Listen, you better get that thing under control before you show up tomorrow night. I ain't hanging out with you if you got a big hand like that.
I mean, dude, it's just so big and bruised and gross. And I don't know if you guys remember or not, but about 3 years ago, I stepped on a bee barefooted, and my foot blew up for like 3 weeks. It was disgusting. So I'm just hoping it doesn't happen to my hand like that. I'm telling you, my whole freaking hand is all swollen and itches like a mother effer, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, well, Cappy. All right, so what is this? What is this audio we have here of Ramona contradicting Wendy from last week? What do we have here? What is this?
Would you like to play it?
What is this?
What is this?
We'll just play it.
What is this? Ramona. What is she talking about, Ramona? I don't know.
LA is the first team he can talk to, right? Because he's their own free agent and had initial conversations with LeBron James' representative. But he has not even fully committed to returning next year in these conversations. The conversations were described to me as, we're keeping in touch. Okay, so there's no commitment to even returning or salary figures being discussed. I think that's been interpreted as something like LeBron is still assessing his options, whether that's retirement or whether that's other teams. And if there are other teams that he's looking at, what does that money look like? Somebody cautioned me, I think one of the biggest ways you can frame this is if he's back in LA He spoke at the end about there was a story Dave McMenamin wrote about how he doesn't feel respected necessarily for some of the sacrifices he made as the third player here in LA behind Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. How would he swallow any kind of a pay cut, even if it's more than any other team could give him, even if it's $30 million? Well, that's still $22 million less than he made last year, and I think that's really what they're trying to weigh.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds not at all like what Windhorst told us just the other day.
I'm a little confused by what we just heard. To be totally honest with you, I'm just a little confused. Now,
I am too. I got to be honest with you too.
Yeah, it could be at 7:14 in the morning on Monday
that you're still dealing with the stinger.
Right. It could be the Father's Day, birthday, weekend hangover Monday morning. It could be the agonizing pain that I'm living through right now with this itchy, swollen hand.
Well, while you think about it, why don't I do this? It's 7:15 in the morning on a Monday, bright and early. If you got an itchy stinger, or you just need a car that needs a lube job, go see my friends at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a location near you.
I may need to hear that again.
What it sounds like to me is that LeBron's just
All right, let me do it again. It's 7:15. Oh, not that. Okay.
LeBron's still partying, celebrating the 10-year anniversary of his Cavs championship. So that's why he's
yeah,
not
but
talking
that's not
anymore.
what Brian said. Brian said they're talking. I mean, LeBron doesn't have anything to do with this. Basically, is what Brian told us is just they're talking to Rich.
Oh my God, I don't know.
So do you want to hear
right,
the
Cappy? Am I misinterpreting what he said the other day?
No, that is what Brian said. Brian was saying, "Hey, look, the conversation's flying through Rich, and that's there's no real LeBron part of all of this." But could I go back to Ramona? I really need to rehear that. What do you guys think?
Okay, let's play it. Let's re-rack the tape.
Okay.
And here's Ramona Shelburne again, the latest on LeBron.
LA is the first team he can talk to, right? Because he's their own free agent and had initial conversations with LeBron James' representative. But he has not even fully committed to returning next year in these conversations. The conversations were described to me as, we're keeping in touch. Okay, so there's no commitment to even returning or salary figures being discussed. I think that's been interpreted as something like LeBron is still assessing his options, whether that's retirement or whether that's other teams. And if there are other teams that he's looking at, what does that money look like? Somebody cautioned me, I think one of the biggest ways you can frame this is if he's back in LA, he spoke at the end about, there was a story Dave McMenamin wrote about how he doesn't feel respected necessarily for some of the sacrifices he made as the third player here in LA behind Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. How would he swallow any kind of a pay cut, even if it's more than any other team could give him, even if it's $30 million? Well, that's still $22 million less than he made last year, and I think that's really what they're trying to weigh.
So here's what I do remember. Brian did always caution this by saying if he comes back, right? But so he did mention that part of it. But the way he described it, correct me if I'm wrong, Cap, and maybe we could pull the audio if that's okay. It was something to the effect of that the Lakers, because they need to get through the LeBron of it first, that they have been in touch with his associates about, what some of this could look like potentially. And even he went as far as to tell us that they told him that they told LeBron's associates, or that the conversations included, hey, if there were going to be some level of pay cut, this is what it would look like, and these would probably be the reasons why. These are the type of players we would be going after.
Yeah.
Am I misremembering that from Wednesday?
No, you're not a Mark McGuire in front of Congress misremembering sort of a guy. But I think you got it. The Ramona's point, and she started with, if LeBron is coming back. Can we just
right,
pause
which
on that?
Brian said the same. That has not changed, right?
Right. But can I just ask everybody a question? Have we even contemplated the possibility that LeBron could walk away and go, you know what? I had a monster year. I was amazing towards the end. I don't really see myself going back out there and doing it quite like that at 42 years old. I don't want to play for $32 million. It actually is not even really worth my time. Taking a $22 million pay cut, not really worth my time. I'll go watch my son play at the University of Arizona. I'll show up at Laker games and watch Bronny do whatever he does. And I may not play. Have we even contemplated that? Because to me,
I mean, there's always that possibility, sure.
But does anybody here think LeBron's really not coming back to play? I mean, come on.
I think there's more of a likelihood he retires than there was like a month ago.
Okay, so give me a percentage. What do you think? 5%, 10%?
25%.
25% he retires.
Yeah, I would say I would probably put a little less, but I would probably say somewhere in like the 10 to 15% range.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the 0 range. LeBron's coming back.
Hey, for a guy who, last season gave up drinking wine and, the cookies, all the things, he sure is having a good time this offseason.
Well, you're right about that. He definitely looks like he's out there having fun, vacationing, partying, hanging out with old teammates.
Grayer.
Oh, it's so gray. You know how many people have texted me about how gray his beard is? He's just completely let it go.
What are they texting you for?
I don't know. My sister did. I had someone else, too.
Wendy's like, ooh, look at that. Look how gray his beard is.
It was the first thing that stood out to me, for sure, when I saw those videos.
Yeah,
by the way, we got some breaking news, and we're only doing this for the Cappy impersonation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. That wasn't very loud. Let me do it one time. Hold on. According to Shams and ESPN, breaking news, University of Michigan head coach Dusty May has agreed to become the new head coach of the Dallas Mavericks.
Wow.
No way.
Wait, Cap, we only did that for you. Go.
Really?
Hey, I'm Dusty May, and I really like being with the Dallas Mavericks. I'm such a lovable, likable guy. I'm Dusty May.
He's not like J.J. Redick. J.J. Redick is mean. J.J. Redick knows more about basketball than you'll ever know in your life.
But, hey, I'm Dusty May.
Wait, but you were like you were doing that against Mick Cronin last time. It was a little
Mick
different.
Cronin's mean. He'll kick walk-on players off the floor and humiliate them in the middle of a game.
But not Dusty May. Dusty May's a nice guy.
Breaking news on ESPN LA, made possible by our friends doing another billboard for them. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a location near you. We will talk Dodgers in a few moments with Bergie's Oregon, recap the dreadful weekend against the Orioles at home, and we will effort that Windy sound so we can do a fair comp of Windy versus Momo on a Monday morning on this 22nd of June. Let me tell you this. Join Beto Duran this Thursday and Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa for this summer's biggest football watch party experience. Experience nonstop Game Day energy, drink specials, surprise giveaways, and incredible food like fire grilled asada tacos, quesadilla ceviches, and that big giant churro. Cheer with the entire Mercado all tournament long. Mercado Gonzalez, where every taste or every match tastes better. I'm going to be there Thursday, Cappy. You going to be there?
I don't know if I'll be there Thursday.
Especially now after your weekend, huh?
Right, and now that I'm hurt. Now I'm injured, Big-ass hand of mine.
We talk Dodgers baseball. We put a smile on your face, sucker. We're back in 3 minutes from right now on ESPN LA.
ESPN LA may sound one way on AM.
But you know where it sounds best?
You guessed it, crystal clear digital audio.
Crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA wherever you get your apps.
And you can always watch LA's mega sports station live or on demand on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles.
It's Bethel Duran, and right now the summer deals are sizzling at Northridge and Wonders Toyota. Lease a brand new 2026 Tacoma for just $279 a month for 36 months plus tax. That's $279 for a brand new Toyota Tacoma. It's got to be Northridge and Wonders Toyota.
Lease based on 2026 Tacoma model 7146. Total SRP of $39,199. Lease and purchase amount of $29,007. $39.99 due at signing includes first month's payment and $750 acquisition fee. Security deposit may be required on approved credit. Tax, title, license are extra. Excludes dealer doc fee of $80. Offer ends 6/30/2026.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
If you run a small business, you know that opportunities and emergencies don't wait. So don't let big banks hold your business hostage with weeks of endless red tape and paperwork. Turn to Cardiff. Cardiff is America's favorite small business lender with a 5-minute application that won't impact your personal credit. You get approved in minutes and funded the same day for up to $500,000. If you've been operating for at least a year with $20,000 a month in revenue, skip the bank delays. Go to Cardiff/ESPNLA right now to secure your funding. That's Cardiff.co/ESPNLA.
Big boy! Summer of soccer is here, and there's no better place to watch than Rockin' Brews. Catch every match on massive LED screens with surround sound, drink specials, and game day favorites like our new El Clasico burger. Whether you're backing Team USA or cheering on your home country, grab your crew, raise a glass, and catch every match at Rockin' Brews, serving those who rock. Visit rockinbrews.com for your nearest location.
Empower.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he can be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Shh, here it comes. Surprise! The people above your catering business are doing major construction, and the drilling is only during business hours. It's so loud.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting personalized discounts on a commercial auto quote with Progressive.
Also, that isn't powdered sugar on the floor. It's plaster from your ceiling.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, weekdays at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
You might know who we are, but we know who you are. You understand?
Yeah, we understand, yo. 7:25, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Monday. Cappy on this day in 1999, Christina Aguilera dropped this one, sucker.
Oh, yeah.
That genie in a bottle, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you like that genie in a bottle. You rub the bottle, and then bam, the genie comes out, you know?
Plus, when I was a kid, one of my favorite shows was I Dream of Jeannie. Now, I'm going to sound like an old guy here.
That's pretty old, actually.
But, man, Barbara Eden was so hot. God, she was so hot. Underrated, by the way.
The show was funny, yeah.
Wasn't the dude from Dallas the...
Yeah, J.R. Ewing.
Yeah, J.R. Ewing was her husband. What was his name?
Well, there's two.
Larry...
Darren was his name. In
Yeah,
the
Darren.
show. There's two Darrens.
What?
Right.
Yeah, there's two Darrens.
No, that's Bewitched.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang, I took me off.
Larry Hagman.
They were the same.
Hagman.
Yeah. All right. There's your
Hagman.
early 60s sitcom trivia on a Monday morning. All right.
Next saw Caddyshack.
It's time
wait,
for
wait,
the
Caddyshack is much more contemporary.
By the way, they
Don't
also
knock
just,
Caddyshack.
New Era just released these new Caddyshack hats
Yeah.
that have, like, the gopher on them and all kind. I got to get them. Because you know I love gopher stuff. Yeah, I love that gopher. That gopher, when that gopher's getting down in Caddyshack, oh, I get excited.
Yeah? Did you have a good Father's Day as a bun dad yesterday?
Oh, I had an amazing Father's Day.
Yeah, you and Odie just hanging out?
Yeah, and then we hung out with Mucho and Angela at the Gardens in Pasadena. Then we went to a nice Mexican restaurant. By the way, Sedano and I chatted about this like 4 years ago. El Portal. Remember that one in Pasadena? Sedano? In your old neck of the woods back in the day? Yeah. So we had a great dinner there. And Angela's like, how's George doing? I go, well, last week we fought pretty hard, but he did have the tight pants on, so you would have liked that. She's like, oh, tell Sedano I'll get him. I'll put his head in my bosom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that really what she said?
Oh, yeah. She wants to put that Cuban head in her bosom.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Nothing wrong with that if Mom wants to get down. As long as Pops is watching, that's fine.
Oh,
all right, 7:28 on a Monday morning. You watch the Blue Review as you did this morning. 6:30 a.m. on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles. Presented by LAX. Gregory Arthur Bergman, Marcus Grant. Well, the Orioles apparently aren't that good, but they were really good over the weekend. Bergie, take it away.
Yeah, that was a really weird series. The Orioles are not a good baseball team, and they took 2 or 3 from the Dodgers. It was one of those weird ones where the Dodgers should have lost every single game, but at the same time should have won all the games. So it was just a weird dichotomy between those two. But I like
Especially
that word.
Friday
I don't know
night.
where that came from.
No, dichotomy is a good word. Friday night was a weird one, too, because the way the Dodgers won the game, where, Baltimore can't just make a play, and that brings in the winning run.
A terrible throw from right field, and then the catcher Basayo, he just kind of like stuck his arm out a little bit, and it went right past him, and they came back to win. They shouldn't have won that game, but they won the game, and then in the next night they were down 3-0, and then Shohei hits a home run. They get close, and Kyle Tucker strikes out with the runner on third. They almost won that one.
Oh, by the way, the Kyle Tucker strikeout, Bergie,
so bad.
That must have been so infuriating, because you talk about scouting. Hey, he can't hit a big old slider when it's going away. Strike one, strike two, strike three. Same pitch, 3 in a row.
Yeah, there were splitters, and 4 times in a row he threw a splitter, and he swung at 3 of them.
Yeah.
That's like, and they kept getting lower and lower and lower, and he just kept swinging away.
Maybe he had a dinner reservation or something he had to get to,
Yeah, seriously. So all that was bad. Look, they still have the best record in all of baseball.
I mean, the Dodgers also did get away with one in that game. They got an out that wasn't really an out. The ball hit home plate and then hit the batter. That would have put the Orioles in a position, I believe, to score another run, right?
Yeah, to score another run.
I mean, honestly, they got lucky they were even in the game at the end of that game on Saturday.
Totally, absolutely true. It's just, I mean, that's why they should have won every game, and they should have lost every game.
No, they should not have won every game.
They should have lost every. And even, so Sunday, right? You got absolutely manhandled yesterday.
God,
there was nothing you're going to do about it. They had guys on base in the first 2 innings and only put up 1 run. They had their pitcher, who was one of their better pitchers, at like 70 pitches in the 3rd inning. Like, they should have been able to get to him, and they just couldn't get the big hit. So they should have lost every game more than they should have won every game, but they were right there to have chances to it. Even so, they still have the best record in baseball. It's just a bad series. But there's other things to this.
Yeah, I mean, it's June. Who cares? In the sense of big picture.
See, it's hard for
me. No. Hold on.
Hear me out
for a second.
When Sedano goes, it's only June. Something.
Hear me out for a second.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are going to be fine. Them losing 3 games to Baltimore is going to mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. Now, are there things that they can correct? Are there things that they can be better at? Sure. But come October, we're not going to be referencing, I don't believe, this Baltimore series in June.
No, absolutely not. And that's why, but I have to talk about this.
No, I'm not saying you don't have to talk about it, but I'm just saying, let's not make it seem like this is a red alert DEFCON 1.
No, the sky's not falling today?
None of this is ever sky is falling with the Dodgers. They have 49 wins, more than any other team in baseball. They're going to be just fine. But there are certain things, like you said, like Andy Pajes, for one. Andy Pajes in the 2 spot has been pretty bad, actually.
Right. He has struggled of late. He had a great start to the season, and he has struggled in this situation that he's been put in. So maybe Dave needs to shake things up a little bit.
So that's what we were talking about in the Blue Review this morning, is what to do with that spot, because Mookie wasn't hitting well in that spot. Tucker wasn't hitting well in that spot. My thought is
the cursed 2 spot.
It is. It is the cursed 2 spot.
Well, Mookie earlier in the season.
Yeah, just said that.
Yeah, he literally,
literally just said that. And Kyle Tucker, do you want to repeat me on
is
Kyle
your hand
Tucker?
Okay? Is it hitting your brain?
Did I mention Mookie also struggled in the 2 spot
Did
earlier?
the poison go to your brain?
It hurts, man. I'm telling you, and it's a distraction. Keep going.
Right. So my thought is, you have to find somebody that can fit in that spot, because honestly, Andy Pajes, when he was playing well and he was all-star level. Right. And he was one of the better players in baseball. He was in that 5, 6, 7 spot. He had not as much pressure down there, but also guys were on base. You're able to move guys around. I think he should go back to that spot at some point, and I would put Tommy Edman there, because
Tommy Edman's playing great.
Yeah, because no one else has had it, because he hasn't struggled yet at the 2 spot. So give somebody else a shot.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. Give someone else. See, the only other person that has been good at the 2 spot over the last couple of years is Will Smith, but he's on the injured list, and he may not be back for another 10 days or so.
Yeah, it's going to be a minute.
Yeah, it's going to be a little while.
Got that sore neck.
It was so weird. It started off, he just slept on it wrong. It's just a sore neck, and then now he's out for a month.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, they say that he could be back, but when they return home in 10 days. But it's still somebody else, though, is Teoscar Hernandez is going on a rehab assignment tomorrow, and should be back around June 29th, which would be next Monday.
Hey, by the way, Bergie, while Pajes may have struggled a bit at the plate, Got to give it up for his defense, though, man. This guy's made a lot of big plays out in center field. You talk about range, diving ability, getting balls when, you think, man, there's no way anybody's getting there. He's showing off some good glove out there. So that may be struggling a little bit in that 2 slot. By the way, I don't know if you know, Mookie also struggled there, but
yeah.
I heard that. Did Kyle Tucker struggle there too? I don't know.
Kyle Tucker?
Yeah.
Kyle Tucker struggles everywhere. Yeah. He's struggling everywhere.
Not false. But no, Andy Paz has been playing a very, very good defensive center field. So that hasn't been a problem for him at all. He's turned himself into one of the best, if not the best, center fielder. PCA's probably up there too, and Brian Buxton. But Andy Paz.
Brian Buxton's having like an MVP caliber year, numbers wise.
Hell of a year. He's already at like 22, 23 home runs at this point. He's been great. Emmett Sheehan on
Cabby,
the
you know
mound.
what team Byron Buxton plays for?
No idea.
They're going to see him today.
The Minnesota Twins.
That's right.
Don't watch a lot of Minnesota Twins games, but I will. Again, I'm the guy who admitted I didn't know that Pete Alonso was with the Orioles.
Yeah, but at least he moved from the Mets to the Orioles. Brian Buxton's been with the Twins.
He's always been with Minnesota.
Yeah. Are the Twins any good, or are they going to beat the Dodgers down?
They're 3 games below 500. And
nobody in that division's very good.
No, the whole AL Central is trash. So Emmett Sheehan last night, before we get to the next series, Emmett Sheehan last night, or yesterday, I guess, has been bad this season. He's been up and down, but for the most part, he's been giving up runs and has not looked good. Whether it's his velocity or the spray pattern of where he's throwing his pitches, it's been pretty bad.
Spray pattern, I like that.
Cappy's got a bad spray pattern some days, too.
Dude, I'm telling you, and it's distracting the hell out of me with this itchy hand.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now, I'd be at least on the 10-day IL right now.
Yeah, you should be on the 10-day IL right now with that poison in your hand. But Emmett Sheehan's been pretty bad, and at some point there's going to be a conversation about whether he should go down to AAA.
Come on, River Ryan. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
So River Ryan may be coming up anyway. So they have 13 games in 13 days, I believe, coming up right now, and they're going to have to go to a larger rotation. So they may just bring him up.
Not a better name in baseball than River Ryan, I feel like.
It is. Well, they're playing a guy named Zebby Matthews tonight.
Yeah, but Zebby.
If
like
you
River
lose
Ryan
to Zebby,
sounds like a badass.
Yeah, no, River Ryan definitely does. But Zebby
River
Matthews,
Ryan sounds like he should be in like a movie. Like, what was the name of that
River
movie?
Phoenix, The River Runs Through It?
A River Runs Through It.
Yeah.
You guys ever see that? Brad Pitt? Like, River Ryan sounds like that
sounds like
kind
a
of
guy who walks into a room. His Schwanz has been there 11 minutes already, you know?
Maybe his debut will be during the summer of Schwanz.
The summer of Schwanz begins July 9th.
It probably will. I would wonder what if he comes up on July 9th?
That'd be great.
By the way,
you guys can have a great time.
I think we're going to have the big voice guy cut real promos. I just got to phonetically spell out Schwanz for him. The summer of Schwanz.
Can you get on the phone with him and like actually say the words?
Just say it to him.
Yeah, I'll record it.
I think just for the fun of it, though, if you just send it to him, SCHVANZ, just to see what he comes up with on his own.
And then we'll have
see if he goes Schwanz.
And then the female voice, Dawn, that's his wife, will go, Schwanz.
It's the summer of Schwanz.
Can you get all three? Like get the two Cutlers and get Mario.
Hey, it's me, Mario.
Yeah.
It's the summer of Schwanz.
You thought
and
it was about the World
LAFC is
Cup.
back on July 17th.
Yeah, but it's all about the Schwanz. It's Schwanz night at LAFC. Get your commemorative Schwanz bobblehead.
I don't think anybody wants a Schwanz bobblehead.
Do you want a black and gold?
Yeah, I don't think that's one they want, Kevin.
I mean, maybe
you
were
River Ryan Schwanz bobblehead.
Anything else, Bergie?
Anything else? I was just going to be that. If you lose to a guy named Zebby, then there's something a problem happening right now. Zebby Matthews. That's a ridiculous name.
This is why I said to you last week when you asked the question, what do the Dodgers need? You said they don't really have any glaring needs, but if you could add something to this team, what would it be? For me, my answer was starting pitching. You can never have enough starting pitching.
Yeah, so that's probably where they will end up going. I wonder if they do go for the Skubal trade it's not only just to have him be part of this team, it's to block him from being somewhere else, especially in the National League.
It's also kind of a way to flex to the rest of the world. Hey, until they put a salary cap in, we're going to still just keep pounding you guys into the ground.
We're going to do whatever we want, and you're going to like it.
By the way, our sales manager, Deshae Runnels, who didn't like it when we did spec spots on the air, he manages the LAFC thing. Deshae, you like when we do Schwanz bobblehead bits?
Sure.
Take that, Deshae.
Be hearing all about that. All right, that's the three things.
Bergie, good job. You could watch Gregory Arthur Bergman tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles. Him and Marcus Grant do the Blue Review, presented by LAX. All right, we've got the windy sound, so we'll do the windy Momo comp in about 3 minutes from right now, Sedano.
Oh, wow. We're going to break early. I love it.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
break
Well, why
early,
don't you tell
yeah.
us about being, as we step aside, why don't you tell us about
nice.
being a City Water Skivoso?
Don't be a City Water Skivoso. You're back from Father's Day. Did you get your dad that Life Source water system so he could suck on the tap like John Ireland?
I get out of the shower, I do a happy dance, and then I suck on the tap.
Well, if you didn't, do it now before 4th of July. You know me and Johnny I are always telling you how we love our Life Source water system. He gets out of the shower. He feels free. He gets up and he wiggles that thing around. Wiggle it, Johnny I. Just call 800-WATER-99. LifeSourceWater.com. 800-WATER-99. LifeSourceWater.com. If you live in L.A. or OC, you know how that tap water is. It's full of disgusting chemicals and chlorine. You don't want any of that. You want to be free. You want to be City Water sleazeball free.
Esquivoso.
You've heard Sherry Harris, the owner of Life Source, talk about the benefits of whole house water filtration. And she's right. Life Source whole house systems filter the water for your entire home. No filters to change, just clean, healthy water for every tap, appliance, and shower. I made the switch to Life Source, and I ain't never going back. Here's the best part. Right now, during their summer special, Life Source is paying your sales tax. That's up to $1,000, a G-ball, $1,000 off a new system, but only through July 4th. Here's what I want you to do. Call the factory today, 800-WATER-99, LifeSourceWater.com. Did you write that phone number down? It's easy to remember unless you got stung by a bee like Happy. 800-WATER-99, 800-WATER-99, LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource. Taste and feel the difference. Warranty and limitations apply. Do not be a City Water sleazeball, Jack.
Esquivoso.
When we return, what did Momo mean? What did Brian Windhorst mean? What's LeBron going to do? All of that. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Monday morning. We're back in 3 minutes from right now.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
All right, guys, real talk. Are you a crust lover or one of those crust leavers? Because I got to tell you, Pizza Hut's new crispy parm pan pizza is next level. It's the original pan crust you already love, but now they've baked Parmesan cheese right onto the edge. I'm talking crispy, golden, cheesy crunch with that soft, fluffy inside. Grab a medium, one-topping crispy parm pan for just $11.99 or go large for $3 more. Order now at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese, toppings, and recipes.
4th of July weekend checklist. Sunscreen? Check. Snacks? Check. Road trip playlist? Check. Now, when's the last time you checked your oil? Before you hit the road, head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a fast 15-minute stay-in-your-car oil change, and no appointment is ever needed. Plus, they'll check your fluids, battery, wipers, and more, so you can worry less about your car and focus more on the weekend ahead. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a special offer and your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Quick, easy, and road trip approved.
Hey guys, if you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that could last for weeks. Getting sick right before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy can be really stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Packs to treat wide ranges of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. You just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook, or you call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. Promo code is 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
Thank you, Cappy. 7:43 in the morning. The summer of soccer is here, and Rock and Brews is your headquarters for every match. Catch all the action on massive LED screens with game day food and drink specials and an unbeatable atmosphere. We love our friends at Rock and Brews. Bring your crew and cheer on your favorite team at Rock and Brews. Visit rockandbrews.com for your nearest location. I mentioned the great Jenna Tigner. I think she's coming in this week to make Cappy and all of us laugh. She's great, and she'll tell us about the greatness of Rock and Brews. Hopefully they bring in one of those smash burgers because they're beautiful. at Rocket Brews. Okay, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We're back in 60 seconds from right now.
Harry Douglas here to help you get in on the sweet life with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. It's that classic throwback cotton candy flavor, but with 0 sugar and a 5-hour energy boost. I keep these with me so I can tackle that sweet tooth with a tasty caffeine kick and no guilty sugary aftermath. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy Shots. Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
When's the last time payroll was the easy part of your week? With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you have saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's Gusto.com. Gusto.com.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, weekdays at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Take it.
It's a great drop.
It is a good drop. Good job, Kasim, pulling that drop.
I take it.
Kasim's on fire.
Kasim is on fire.
I think we're going to do a parody song to Human Nature by Michael. Where is Kasim? Kasim.
Where's that brother Kasim?
Oh, Bernie's
that young brother Kasim. Yeah.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, weekdays at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Love it. 7:45. Good morning. Happy Monday. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on. And look who's in the big chair over there. That brother Kasim. Good morning, Kasim.
Good morning. Keeping Cappy's seat warm while he's
Oh, thank you, Kasim.
Cappy will be back tomorrow in studio.
Nice.
Get close to the mic. What are you doing?
I'm close to it.
Come on, Kasim.
You got to speak up.
Enunciate.
There you go.
Kasim,
By the way,
you're having a great hair day today.
Yeah, he is. By the way, on this day, that's enough, Kasim. Good job. Today, June 22nd, back in 1985, the number one hit, Bryan Adams, Heaven. Today is National Chocolate Eclair Day. You like chocolate eclairs? Well, those are nice because they're longer.
Right.
They're chocolate. They're filled with cream.
No good.
No good.
I like an eclair once in a while, like every 5 years. You squeeze it, the cream goes out. It's nice. By the way, shouts out to Kasim. He worked hard to get that Windy sound, which we're going to get into. Windy versus Momo right now, Shidana.
All right, cool. So we had Brian Windhorst on Wednesday, on Windy Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
And we asked him about LeBron, right? And like, what's the latest on LeBron and the Lakers? This was just several days ago, 5 days ago, almost. And here's what he said.
I mean, not that they had to wait for now, but after the finals end, the teams are allowed to negotiate with their own free agents, and I believe that has been taking place. I believe there's been negotiation back and forth between LeBron and the Lakers, and there's 2 weeks left between now and the start of free agency. I think it's 2 weeks from today, actually, or tomorrow, something like that. And they have 2 weeks to work something out, and I believe they will work something out. I believe that LeBron will come back to the Lakers and that they will have a deal that represents an equitable salary that will allow for a significant pay cut that will give the Lakers some flexibility to add to the team. And that amount may depend on what the Lakers might be able to do in free agency. It is possible that there could be an impasse and that LeBron would get to July 1st and not be happy with the Lakers and seek elsewhere. I do not want to say it's a done deal, but I think there is an intent from both sides to figure out how to continue this partnership.
See, that sounds like the most reasonable thing to me, is that there's an intent from both sides to continue this partnership. And LeBron played great, especially at the end of the year. And yes, he changed roles several times. And yes, maybe there was a moment where, according to Dave's reporting, McMenamin's reporting, he may have felt disrespected by the organization because, yet again, they needed him to carry them at the end when their stars and their highest paid guys, or soon to be highest paid guy, is on the bench with injury. So, yeah, I can understand where LeBron felt a little less respected. But as well as he played, I just can't see him going anywhere. And not only do I think he'll play, but unless he was planning on going back to Cleveland because he's got all these positive vibrations because they're celebrating the 10-year anniversary from their last championship altogether, LeBron's coming back to the Lakers, guys, whether you like it or you don't. I know half the people out there are like, please no. And then the other half of the people are like, well, what are we going to do without him? George, what do you think? Okay, deep sigh. A lot of thought here.
Oh, my God. I don't know.
I believe LeBron will be back with the Lakers. I believe I would imagine, and look, I don't want to be this like guy like I'm going to text people and like that's not my role, okay? I'm not going to do that. But I would be surprised at this stage on June 22nd if there hadn't at least been an initial conversation of, hey, if he comes back, this is what we're thinking. And, okay, if he comes back, this is what we're thinking. Like, I would be very surprised if that were the case.
And do you think, again, this is just kind of guessing here, that LeBron is open to and willing to take a significant pay cut for the good of a pursuit of a title?
Well, I do. I mean, significant is obviously subjective, but I do believe that for the right players, he would consider that. That was the case 2 years ago. They did not land any of those players that we had discussed back then.
Could you imagine if they said to LeBron, here's what we're planning on doing. We're going after guy A, B, C, D, and E. And LeBron says, look, any of those guys works for me. So, yeah, I'll go from the $50 million a year, I'm using round numbers, down to $30 million a year because I have belief that you guys will get me guy A, B, C, D, or E. Then all of a sudden LeBron signs the deal, and then they don't go out and get any of those guys. And then LeBron's standing around going, hello, I gave you guys a $20 million discount, and where's the guys? Where are my players? So that, I suppose, is something that LeBron might try to hold on to for as long as he can. I'm waiting for you guys to show me who you're going to get. Once you guys show me who you're going to get, then I can tell you how much of a pay cut I'm going to take. But I'll tell you this right now. I'm telling you guys, in the world of Jalen Brunson leaving over $100 million on the table to pursue and then win a championship and become a legend, we're all going to be looking at these players now a little bit differently. Like, well, I guess you're pretty selfish, aren't you?
Well, I think the difference is the Knicks hadn't won in 53 years, right? So, and by the way, Jalen Brunson's other offer was like $40 million from Dallas that they passed up. So, I mean, it still was it's not necessarily an apples to apples comparison is what I would say.
Fair enough, but perception versus reality.
I guess, but when you really dive into the details, and the devil is in the details, it's not really the same thing.
Then you would have to know the reality. But I'm just saying in the Jalen Brunson championship Knicks world that we're living in, if you are not willing to be a little bit more selfless,
by the way, the Knicks may have their own issue with that with Karl Anthony Towns. By the way,
what would that be?
I mean, he's eligible for an extension of nearly 200. I don't know, somewhere like 200 and some odd $1 million.
Well, you know what? He should take a little bit less for the good of the franchise, too. That's what he should do.
Yeah, Cappy, maybe you should take a little bit less for the good of the franchise.
I'm trying to.
Uh-huh.
I am.
Uh-huh.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Oh, really?
You signed the contract yet?
Haven't gotten it.
All right.
Still haven't gotten it. Hoping that this
Jalen
week.
Brunson's Dallas offer was 4 years, $55 million, which is his representatives declined.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to free agency and signed a $104 million deal with the Knicks. So he got double. So it's not like you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, yes, he took way less than what his market value could have probably been, but he still got double what he was making.
I want to live in this fantasy world.
Double, not what he was making, double what he was offered.
Mm-hmm.
So it's way more than double what he was making.
But I want to live in this fantasy world. I want to live in this fantasy world where NBA players leave $100 million on the table because it's good for the franchise. That's the fantasy that I'm living.
Well, he also left $100 million so they can bring in his friends because he thought he could win with them.
You think LeBron is friends with Austin Reeves?
Yes, but I don't think that's the reason. Like those two guys have to negotiate independently of each other. I mean, Brian even said as much the other day.
Yeah. You think LeBron thinks he can win with Austin
Reeves?
Reeves?
And honestly, the Lakers are so far under the cap that it doesn't really matter. Like that part of it, Austin Reeves is going to get whatever Austin Reeves is going to get, I guess, regardless, whether LeBron takes less or not. This is about adding other players. And by the way, Austin Reeves now could also be someone that could affect how they acquire other players, sure.
Well, Austin Reeves should do the same thing. Austin Reeves should be a guy that should look at the Lakers and go, look, we have a chance to possibly build a championship contender here. How do we do that? Well, is it me getting my maximum amount of dollars? Well, that's good for me. Is that really good for the franchise? Does that really help us pursue a championship? Does that help us round out our roster? If not,
yes,
what am I doing?
I get what you're saying. But when Austin Reeves may only have one bite at the apple here in his career.
If he has one bite at the apple and his number is $240 million, but he settles on $200 million, I'm just making up numbers here, and he leaves
$200
$40 million.
Wouldn't help the Lakers all that much, if we're being honest.
What number would help the Lakers?
I mean, he'd probably need to be under 100, and like in the 170, 180 to actually make a real significant difference.
Okay, so the difference between $180 million and $240 million, and you say he may only have one bite at the apple.
You're saying he should take, and listen, I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
You're saying he should take a third less.
If he wants to stay with the Lakers and pursue a championship with the Lakers.
Okay, I just want to make sure we get the numbers right.
No, because if money is top priority, and for a lot of people, money is top priority. I mean, you have to balance this, right? I'll take less to play for the better organization with a real chance at a championship over here. And then over here, I can take a lot more, play for a bad franchise, never really pursue a championship, but who cares? I've got $240 million to my. And by the way, that's more than what the Nets would be able to offer him anyway. So if it's $180 million to the Lakers, and I give up some money for the good of pursuing a championship, or if it's $180 million to go to Brooklyn, where I'm the man, well, if you believe you're the man, if you believe that you can put a team on your back and carry a team and you don't want to be somebody's second or third banana, then go ahead. But I think that Austin Reeves is the kind of selfless player that will say, I want to play with Luka. I'd like to finish playing with LeBron. I want to play with the Lakers. I want to have more endorsement opportunities. And if I win a championship in L.A., I'm going to be like what Jalen Brunson is. I'm going to be a legend. And people are going to love me because they're going to say, what a selfless guy. That's what I think Austin Reeves will do. Do you?
I don't know.
Oh, see, I'm just making things up. You see what
I'm saying?
No,
I know. I will not do that.
No, you don't do that.
Well, I don't. Listen, I think for the Lakers, what's in the best interest of the Lakers is he does what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not necessarily in his best interest, is all I'm saying.
Just got news for you. Bite at the apple. If I take a bite at the apple at $170 million, or I take a bite at the apple at $240 million, guess what? My life's exactly the same.
Listen, I've been telling you for months during the season that if the Lakers are going to compete for championships, it would be in everyone's best interest if he takes less, including LeBron. So, again, everybody's got to get on the same page. That's on Rob Pelinka to now figure out and convince people of.
All right, Rob. Clock is ticking, man. Draft is tomorrow. Lots of things are about to happen.
And we're going to get Sedano's draft board out when we return in a few minutes.
Well, I've got another prospect the Lakers got. We talked about big men the other day, but there's a wing player that Sean Farnham got me on that makes a lot of sense.
Last time I saw Sean Farnham was like a year ago at Ernie's Taco House in Toluca Lake, North Hollywood. He came up to the table. He's like, Chris, good to see you. I was like, hey, Farnham. No, I love Sean. His kid is like going to be a professional golfer, but more on Sean Farnham one day later. Right now, let's talk about another beautiful man. I haven't seen him at Ernie's Taco House, but I would. I'd love to. The great Jacob Imrani.
Yeah, look, Monday traffic is enough on its own. Then you stop at the market after work. Then you step onto a wet floor. And suddenly, your whole week changes, Cappy.
Yeah, slip and fall cases, they can sound small until it happens to you. Because a bad fall, who knows, man? Torn knee, back injury. All of a sudden, you're missing work and you're not getting paid. And then a property owner who acts like, it's no big deal. That's when you call Jacob Imrani.
Yeah, I mean, listen, unfortunately for you, you can't sue a bee, Cappy. Jacob would be able to represent you in this scenario. But call Jacob, looks at what happened, right? Where it happened, whether the business or property owner should have fixed the hazard before somebody got hurt. And the consultation's free, Cap.
Yep. So you can get that no-obligation case review. There is no fee unless Jacob wins. Don't worry about out-of-pocket money. Don't get stressed out and say, I'm not going to call because I don't have the money. You don't pay unless Jacob wins for you. That's the deal.
Yeah, so if you fall out of store, apartment building, restaurant, or parking lot, and it left you injured, well, just tough it out. Call Jacob at 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Thank you, Sedano. We approach 8 o'clock at KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. When we return, we talk NBA draft, which is tomorrow night. Sedano's got his big board out, and we're going to see it. You know who like that? My mom. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We're back in 3.5 minutes from right now. Smile, Jack.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Right now, there's a real demand for experienced brick and block layers. You can earn up to $55.10 an hour, plus full family health care, vision, dental, a pension, and annual pay increases. Not just a job, that's a future. The work, projects you could drive by and say, yeah, I built that. Plus, free safety training, a union that has your back, and contractors ready to invest in you. Now's the time to join the International Union of Bricklayers and Allied Craftsmen Local 4. Call the Hall at 626-739-5600 or visit BAC4CA.org. Become a part of the best hands in the business.
Hey, it's Mason. The next best thing to being at the 2026 FIFA World Cup is watching it at Cosm. Experience every match inside the massive 87-foot LED dome in shared reality. You will feel like you're right there on the pitch with the world's biggest stars. Plus, catch all the action in the Cosm Hall with great food and drinks. FIFA World Cup tickets will not last, so book right now at cosm.com/FIFA. I will see all you guys for the World Cup at Cosm.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner, and Blue Ice Vodka delivers. America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Did you know Children's Hospital Los Angeles is changing the game in pediatric heart care? They're first in the world to implant an FDA-approved cardiac stent that grows with the child, meaning fewer surgeries, less time in the hospital, and more time for kids to just be kids. CHLA also ranks among the nation's best for heart transplant success rates and runs the largest congenital heart program on the West Coast. So put your child's heart in the hands of the team that's setting the pace. To learn more, visit chla.org.
Corazón.
Summer of soccer is here, and there's no better place to watch than Rockin' Brews. Catch every match on massive LED screens with surround sound, drink specials, and game day favorites like our new El Clasico burger. Whether you're backing Team USA or cheering on your home country, grab your crew, raise a glass, and catch every match at Rockin' Brews, serving those who rock. Visit rockinbrews.com for your nearest location.
We expect our information in real time. U.S. Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. U.S. Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
Andy Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is the Angelica's Insurance 8 a.m. hour of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
Good morning, guys. This is Angelica, and this is the 8 a.m. hour of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA, presented by Angelica's Insurance. Every team needs a strong defense, and we got you covered at Angelica's Insurance. From auto and home to business and life, we have a plan just for you, even DUI and SR22 coverage to get you back on the road fast. Visit us at angelicas-ins.com for a free quote today. And now, the 8 a.m. hour of the Sedano and Kat Morning Show, powered by Angelica's Insurance. And Sedano, please pump the brakes, sucker.
The Angelica's Insurance 8 a.m. hour.
8:03. Good morning. The Sedano and Kat Morning Show on a Monday. Cappy, on this day in 1999, KC and JoJo released their sophomore album, It's Real. This song was on it. Tell me it's real, baby. We are going to tell you it's real. All right. Today is also the 76th birthday of Meryl Streep.
Hey. 76, huh?
Yeah. She's in theaters again with Devil Wears Prada 2, right? Isn't that Meryl Streep? All right.
It is on Nancy, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
I never saw Devil Wears Prada 1.
I like it.
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Also, let's take a moment. Puka Doncic in the chat, in the YouTube chat, ESPN Los Angeles. He's a P1 of the YouTube chat. His son's birthday, Zeke, his son. Happy birthday to Zeke, yo.
Happy birthday.
We already have confirmation that Michael Funches, will not do the YouTube chat in 60 seconds today in the 9 a.m. hour. So I'm in the YouTube chat smacking it around, you know?
He said he has, quote, things to do.
Oh, it's just a couple of guys messing around. That's all.
He got things to do, does he?
Yeah, but he's here tomorrow. And then Friday he'll do it because Bergie and I and Sedano and Cap are taking the morning off on Friday.
All four of us?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to start.
Trudell and Beto.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to start taking some days off here before July 9th.
You should.
To prepare for the summer of Schwantz.
Oh, yeah.
I need to do that.
Big moment, summer of Schwantz.
Oh, you do? Do you do, huh, Cappy? You need to take more days off?
Desperate.
That's what you need to do?
Yeah, I need some days off.
All right, tomorrow night is going to be a big night here on ESPN LA. Tonight we got Lakers talk with Geeter and Trudell, but then tomorrow night at 6 p.m. after a live Imaging Tuesday presented by Providence, we will bring you ESPN Radio's coverage of the NBA draft we'll join it in progress, but we will be with the network as the Lakers make their draft. And now it's time for Sedano to whip out that big board and talk NBA draft.
Well, before I get to that, I know last week we talked about the Lakers should get involved in the Giannis trade as a facilitator, and it looks like over the weekend that was the case. But now Shams is saying this morning on Get Up that if Giannis is going to be traded, that it won't be a multi-team trade. But the Lakers did inquire on trying to get in on some of the stuff that we discussed, at least according to, credible reporting is what I would say.
So listening to Shams this morning, though, and then listening to Wendy this morning, Wendy pointed out, he goes, listen carefully to what Shams is saying. Shams is saying it's a two-team trade for Giannis. It's not a four-team, everybody gets involved and lots of players and draft picks get all moved around. It's a two-team trade. And listening to Wendy early this morning, gosh, it just sort of sounds like this situation with Boston and Jaylen Brown, it kind of sounds like...
I will say this. I think Giannis to Miami makes a ton of sense. Miami needs a star. I don't get the Boston part of this. Like, unless you are finally saying, like, for years, people have said, Tatum and Brown don't like each other, or Tatum and Brown don't get along, or Tatum and Brown can't coexist. And for years, all we heard was they were fighting against that, swimming upstream, right? And then they win a title, and we're like, okay, maybe it does work. You know what I'm saying? Like, and everyone finally concedes, and now they're going to trade the 28-year-old star for the 31-year-old star, who he's better. Don't get me wrong. I'd take Giannis 10 out of 10 times, but I just feel like I would not give up on a 28-year-old who is in the thick of his prime for a guy who's at the, I wouldn't say the latter stages, but he's on the back nine, let's call it, of his prime, right?
Yeah.
He's already, we've already seen the first half of Giannis's prime. We're going to see the second half. Jaylen Brown is still very much in the front nine, Cappy.
Yeah. So I was watching Wendy this morning on Get Up, and his point was this, that the Celtics, who I would look at and I'd say, hey, guys, wait a second. Tatum was hurt all year long. Brown had an incredible year. Tatum comes back late, puts together like 10 or 15 games where he's good, and then sort of gets nicked up again late, right, George? Isn't that what happened? Like the Celtics didn't?
Yeah, he had
Tatum?
a knee injury, separate from the Achilles. Yeah,
right. So here's what Wendy said this morning, and I'm almost quoting him. So don't take me at 100%, but give me at about 95%. He said that the Celtics believed that they weren't really as good as we all thought they were. In other words, that being
Brad
eliminated.
Stevens felt that way. If you watch Brad Stevens' postseason, press conference or whatever, he said we need to get length, we need to get size, we need to change that. We can't just be so reliant on threes. So he kind of was pretty vocal about that after the fact.
Wendy's point is that the Celtics, rather than believing that they were a real championship contender, the Celtics organizationally did not believe they were better than the Knicks. Now, it's easy to say after the fact, right? The Knicks wound up winning the championship, which, I don't think most people would have predicted. Nonetheless, according to Wendy this morning, on Get Up, early this morning, this is in like the early 6 a.m. hour, Pacific time, he's telling you the story that the reason that Boston would have real interest in being willing to part with Jaylen Brown to get Giannis is because the Celtics organizationally did not believe they were capable of beating the Knicks. And getting knocked out in the first round was not purely about Tatum and his knee. It was more about organizationally, they just weren't as good as everybody else. So that's why, when you ask the question, why would they be willing to give up on a Jaylen Brown now for a Giannis? That's what Wendy's thought was this morning. And, he was real specific on the Shams thing. He's like, this is not a 4-team deal. Lakers, Pistons, Miami.
Right, because that was the only way Miami could top Jaylen Brown is if they got multiple teams involved.
Yeah.
Right.
And Wendy's saying this is a 2-team deal. This is coming down now to Milwaukee and Boston or Milwaukee and Miami.
But Wendy also said now he could see the Heat pivoting to Kawhi Leonard.
Well, two totally different kinds of players, right? Stars, but, one's a big man and one's a, shooter, athletic, above the rim, but that's when he's playing. And
but that becomes a challenge for the Lakers. I don't see the Lakers helping I don't think, they don't. It seems like if Kawhi was even available, and he might be, depends on who you talk to. I believe that Kawhi, if he was going to get traded, would be traded to the East. He's not being traded in the Western Conference. Mm-hmm. But the Lakers were going to be able to potentially help facilitate the Giannis deal because they could have been beneficiaries of it.
Still makes me smile.
But that would not happen. They're not going to get involved in a Clipper deal, I would imagine.
So when it comes to this Jaylen Brown and Giannis deal, so let's say that happens. It's one for whatever it works out to be.
One for one.
Yeah, 1 for 1. Maybe a pick in there too, right? I would assume somewhere.
Maybe.
On one side of the
I don't think Boston has a ton of picks, but maybe. Yeah.
Either way. So let's say Jaylen Brown is in Milwaukee now. Milwaukee should have no interest in keeping Jaylen Brown, right?
Right, but that's the thing.
So can the Lakers get involved in that?
Here's my understanding of things, okay? I believe Jaylen Brown has always been on the table, okay? Except, Bergman, you've hit the nail on the head. Boston was kind of trying to have their cake and eat it too, okay? Boston, in my opinion, okay, this is not facts. This is me speculating, okay? This is not me sourcing anything. So Boston, if I had to guess, because this is just logical, okay? There's no way Boston was getting Giannis, for anything less than Jaylen Brown. So any notion, okay, that was being peddled on any platform by anyone that Boston was going to be in on Giannis without having to give up Jaylen Brown, to me, was patently absurd, okay? So secondarily, my guess is a lot of this is semantics, okay? If I had to guess, Boston probably picked up the phone, said, "Hey, what do we want for Giannis? Like, what do you want for Giannis?" "Well, we'd want Jaylen Brown." "Okay, well, we'd consider that." And they're like, "Yeah, but we don't really want him. We probably want to flip him." And then Boston's like, "Whoa. You can't do that." Because then it creates all holy hell for Boston, who is still trying to figure out, like, hey, can we make this work with Jaylen Brown? Jaylen Brown is there's a lot surrounding Jaylen Brown this offseason in Boston because of the comments that he made at the end of the season about this was his best year, and people are very sensitive about that, and the organization's very sensitive about that. And I also knew Boston was overcompensating when they started posting a bunch of Jaylen Brown tweets and Instagram posts. I'm like, this seems fishy to me, okay? Because, by the way, they also did that when Marcus Smart was traded not that long before, okay? So I just think Boston has been hedging, for lack of a better phrase, or playing a semantics game with Jaylen Brown's availability. But there was no way, Bergman, so you're right. There was no way that that Giannis was going to end up in Boston without Jaylen Brown being involved. It did not make any sense in any way, shape, or form. So to me, that notion was ridiculous. So now, back to your point, now all hell's broken loose anyway, and they've probably just realized, and they probably convinced Milwaukee, Jimmy Haslam, you're this impulsive owner who is just getting involved in the NBA, but you've been basically a pretty terrible impulsive owner in the NFL. Don't you want a star? You need to sell tickets in Milwaukee because the Brewers are good. The Packers are really good, right? You need to compete in some way, shape, or form. You can't just take compensation that's just draft picks and start over again, right? You can't do that because you're the Milwaukee Bucks and you have to compete with two good teams in your own market, which is a small market. So, of course, they started to try to convince him of that, and he's a little bit of a star, guy. Like he, right? Like,
I was waiting for the word after star, and we all know what the word was that you were going to use.
He likes his stars, let's say. You know what I mean? So, my guess is they've probably convinced him, and understandably so. That makes sense. Like, go do that. And if Jaylen Brown wants his own team, then I think he'll probably take that wherever, if I had to guess. Because that's what everyone has assumed he's wanted for years now, but certainly post-championship, and especially after his recent comments. So I hope that all kind of makes sense now as to why we are where we are. But, yes, it never made sense to me, Bergman, that Jaylen Brown was not on the table to begin with. It was probably all just semantics.
Right. So when he's in Milwaukee, is there any way that, because like you're saying, unless he wants his own team and wants to stay in Milwaukee, wouldn't Milwaukee want to move Jaylen afterwards?
I would think so.
So can the Lakers get in on Jaylen Brown? Have Jaylen Brown and Luka?
The Lakers don't have $60 million.
Well, they have 3 picks, and then not sign some. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. I'm asking you if it's possible.
Could they get him into space? But they can't get him to space and keep Austin Reeves and LeBron.
So I guess that's.
I don't even know. I would have to do the math. Like I honestly, you're asking me to do math on the fly. And by the way, Jaylen Brown is also going to want an extension, which he's eligible for in an offseason from now. And he's going to start making nearly $70 million in that extension.
So whether it happens or not, and whether it works or not, would that be the type of player that would work alongside Luka if it was Luka and Jaylen Brown?
Sure. I mean, if you're telling me that, I have my choice of guys, yes, of course he makes sense.
Yeah, it's two $60 million players.
I don't
which
think
doesn't
you
really
can
work
do
so well.
Right. The two guys making upwards of $60 million and Austin making over $40-something million.
Well,
you're not going to have much left to build the rest of the team.
Yeah, you wouldn't bring back Austin in this sense because that you'd have to basically restart everything and just do Jaylen Brown and Luka and then figure out the pieces around it.
And by the way, Bergie, all this talk about did Jaylen Brown or does Jaylen Brown want his own team? That's a part of the discussion.
Right.
That's happening. If that were the case, and let's just say that he really was consumed with, you know what, it's time for an organization to build a team around me. If he were to go to Milwaukee, and this was a big part of the conversation that was Wendy was having this morning on Get Up, if you're Milwaukee, are you trading to get him so that you can build around him, or are you trading to get him so that you can flip him into something else? And if Jaylen Brown is the kind of guy that wants his own team and believes that he's the kind of guy that a whole team could be built around, well, I don't see him and Luka coexisting on the Lakers.
Well, no, absolutely. But also, like, if you're Milwaukee, if you're looking at the model is Oklahoma City and the Spurs, right, where they had all these draft picks and they build it up through the draft. That's what you would do here. You would trade Jaylen Brown.
Except they're bad at the draft.
Yeah, okay, well, that's a whole other conversation.
I think that also – look, if I had to guess, okay, because here's the thing. Milwaukee – it was reported, okay, that Milwaukee was going to take basically the same offer. Miami, I guess, was able to add an extra pick here in the offseason. But it was the same offer at the deadline. And the general manager had signed off on it. John Horst. And Jimmy Haslam was the reason the deal wasn't done. So, yes, in theory, you would think you would want to rebuild, but I get wanting, I mean, you're not topping Jaylen Brown if you're Miami. Like, it really is, what path are you choosing? Do you want Jaylen Brown there in hopes that you can make it work? I mean, you're not going to get a ton of draft capital to you don't control your own picks over the next several years. Like, you're going to build what around Jaylen Brown is my question.
Well, I'll tell you this. Giannis.
Because Milwaukee traded all of its picks for Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever was left,
How'd
because
that
they traded
work
a
out?
bunch of that before that
didn't
for
work
Drew
out.
Holiday.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have a lot of picks.
Mm-hmm.
And they hired Doc Rivers. That's a whole other thing.
Well, I mean,
That
they have
also didn't
Taylor
work out.
Jenkins now, who's a good coach, but
Here we go again.
Who's the Bucks general manager again?
John Horst.
The horse.
Yeah, I did that just.
Good
so
setup.
I knew that was coming.
Very good
I mean,
setup.
listen,
Nice alley.
I just wanted to smile here for a second.
No, good setup.
But that's the thing. Like, Greg, yes, Greg, another perfect point, right?
Hey,
Like,
hey,
Yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Bergie.
See, this is why he's the dean of the Greg Bergman School of Content.
Wow,
it would behoove someone when you have no picks like that. You would want to just start over. But Jimmy Haslam is probably convinced of what I told you. Milwaukee, they've got the Brewers who are awesome. They've got the Packers who are really damn good. And without a star, they're not going to sell any tickets. So,
and he's the guy who took advice from a homeless person, to draft Johnny Manziel because he wanted to sell tickets. Just saying.
So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of – I don't think Milwaukee's going to be in any better situation long-term probably with Jaylen Brown than they are with Giannis. The only advantage they have is that he's 3 years younger. But it's not like the team around him can be upgraded in a significant way. I mean, I know they have a couple of picks they can deal. But are you going to mortgage more of your future to then pair up someone or bring in more players for Jaylen Brown? Where is that going to get you in the Eastern Conference? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, is it going to make you better than Boston or New York? I don't know is the question. And what if Miami does get Kawhi and like a John Morant or something like that? And they still have Adebayo and all their picks, and they, Tyler Hero, and like they actually build a team. You know what I mean? Like, are you better than them? Like, I don't know. Like, I just think Milwaukee's path with Jimmy Haslam can be tenuous here because you're making a lot of sense. I would just start over if I were them, but he thinks of business first. And if you're going to think of business first, then Jaylen Brown is absolutely the move to make.
Oh, that's where you go, Cappy.
No, I was going to say it's a nice dismount. No, I thought that was a perfect dismount.
Okay.
And by the way, Bergie upgraded to ball knower in that segment.
Wow. Yeah, no, it was good. It was good.
Wow. Look at that.
Ball knowers. Congrats, Bergie. It's a nice thing to have on your resume.
After the show, I'll give you the ball knowers tattoo. You just got to pull the pants down a little bit.
Okay, just a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, just like
By
on
the way,
top?
how are the hemorrhoids? Are they okay?
Gone.
Good.
We're good.
By the way,
Really?
thank you to the
Gone?
audience for sending us a video of
God, that
a
was
rubber
awful.
band.
That was terrible.
A
Bird,
rubber
you say
band
they're gone?
procedure. Yeah, that was.
Well, I think they're gone. At least they're not.
Have you done the inspection the way I taught you how to do it?
You know what? When I get home, I'll do it. I'll get a video just for you, Cap.
Okay, yeah, let me take a look.
Right.
See what you got.
Do I get into the group chat now?
Yeah, if you want
Am
to.
I close to the group chat?
Yeah, why not?
A little bit longer?
821.
We'll
should be
put
added
it up
to
to
the
the
ball knowers
tribunal.
chat.
You know,
I like it.
Yeah,
I
especially
like
with Trudell here tomorrow. It's his decision, I think.
I
821.
mean, it was his group chat.
Yeah, 821 on a Monday morning. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. I guess after all that Giannis talk, how about next we do Sedano's draft board in about 3 minutes from right now? But Cappy, let's talk about our friends at Cardiff.
Well, it's kind of like what Sedano was just saying. If you're all about the business, then you gotta reach out to Cardiff because they can help you get same day funding. So over 70% of small businesses are actively right now looking for more capital. And I know we got a lot of small business owners out there driving around right now. I myself am a small business owner. I need capital. You need capital. This is where Cardiff can come in to help.
So someone's listening right now, a P1 of the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. They have a small business, and they're thinking, gosh, I could use more cash, Jack. What's their next move, Cappy?
Their next move is to not count on a bank. You do not count on a bank. They're going to crush you with red tape. It's going to take forever. You're not going to get the loan. Banks have tightened up. Here's what you do. You go to Cardiff, Cardiff, Cardiff.co, and you fill out the application, and you could have $500,000 in your bank account today.
So here's the thing, especially when you read stuff, when it involves money, people are thinking, is this some sort of skivozo, Oh, that's the wrong drop. But are they going, is this a real thing? How long have the people from Cardiff been doing this?
First of all, real thing. These guys have been in business for over 20 years. They have lent over $12 billion nationwide. You'll see them all around social media talking to people from Shaquille O'Neal to Shannon Sharp. Listen, they've got everybody on their roster telling you about how real they are. And believe me, I know these guys well. They're really real.
They've been around the block, you could say, Cappy.
That's right. They've got the expertise to get you improved in minutes with funding in your account the very same day, and it takes less than 5 minutes. There's no impact on your personal credit. Cardiff can get you the business funding you need. They can do it today.
Cardiff.co/ESPNLA. How do you qualify, Cap?
Real simple. You've been in business for 1 year. You have $20,000 a month or more in monthly revenue. You could qualify for $500,000. It could be in your bank account today. I'm not exaggerating.
So if you need cash to grow and don't have time to waste, you need to go to Cardiff, sucker.
That's right. That's exactly right. Now you're finally really getting it, everybody. Same-day funding, less than 5 minutes for the application, no impact on your personal credit. That, everybody, is Cardiff. Cardiff.co/ESPNLA. Cardiff.co/ESPNLA.
Thank you, Cappy. 8:24 in the morning. We talk NBA draft. Jack, next.
This summer, the world's game takes over ESPN LA.
From international showdowns to the biggest global icons.
Heading by Ronaldo! He is a sensation!
It's the summer of soccer on ESPN LA.
Living and breathing the world's game this summer on ESPN LA.
Para Messi.
All summer long, soccer lives here.
The summer of soccer on ESPN LA.
Hi, it's Chris Morales here for LifeSource Water Systems. If you're still drinking and bathing in LA's harsh tap water, it's time to upgrade to a LifeSource whole house water system. LifeSource filters every drop of water in your home so you can drink, bathe, and cook with clean, delicious water. It's the essential home appliance. Right now, during their summer special, LifeSource is paying your sales tax. Bam! That's up to $1,000 off a new system, but only through July 4th. Call their factory today at 1-800-WATER99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource. Taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
4th of July weekend checklist. Sunscreen? Check. Snacks? Check. Road trip playlist? Check. Now, when's the last time you checked your oil? Before you hit the road, head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a fast 15-minute stay-in-your-car oil change, and no appointment is ever needed. Plus, they'll check your fluids, battery, wipers, and more. So you can worry less about your car and focus more on the weekend ahead. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a special offer and your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Quick, easy, and road trip approved.
Join Beto Duran Thursday and Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa as the United States takes on Turkey in one of the summer's biggest matches. Rock your team colors and join fellow fans for an unforgettable match day experience. Enjoy nonstop game day energy, drink specials, surprise giveaways, and incredible food like fire-grilled asada tacos, quesadilla, fresh ceviches, and warm churros. Watch the match, celebrate every moment, and cheer with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, where every match tastes better.
The next great story in Los Angeles is happening in Glendale. Hyundai of Glendale is now open. Lease a brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SC for just $279 per month. Plus, enjoy owner's assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Call 818-222-8000 or visit HyundaiofGlendale.net. $279 per month plus tax. Closed-in lease for 24 months. $39.99 total due at signing plus government fees and taxes. On approved above average credit through HMF. Zero security deposit. 75 miles per year. 20 cents per excess miles. Expires 6/30/26.
8:27 in the morning. ESPN LA Summer of Soccer is coming to Pico Rivera this Saturday. Join us at the World Spirit Festival for a celebration of soccer culture, community, and entertainment in Pico Rivera. I'm going to be there Saturday, so you should be there too. Follow at PR_WSF for event details and information. How about that, man? At PR_WSF for event details and information. We'll see you Saturday for the Summer of Soccer in the city of Pico Rivera. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We're back in 60 seconds from right now.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different.
AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:29. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Monday. Cappy, yesterday, June 21st, back in 1988, Big Daddy Kane released his debut album, Long Live the Kane, Jack.
1988, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also yesterday, back in 1988, the Lakers beat the Pistons in Game 7 to win the NBA championship.
Wow. Wow, I was just getting ready to go to college, man.
I remember that night, I had a bunch of friends over. They were swimming in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad got us all out of the pool to watch the end. And then our friend Pat O'Brien came on CBS to do like the post-game interview with Magic.
Right.
And I distinctly remember that memory on a summer night, eating Doritos straight out of the bag, fresh out of the pool. They tasted like chlorine, but I didn't give a crap.
You didn't give a what?
I almost said it.
That was like twice in like 2 weeks.
Well, last week I said the F word.
Yeah. It was awesome. It really
Ain't no
was.
half-stepping, like Big Daddy Kane said.
And those were probably nacho cheese Doritos back in
No, we were a
1988.
big Cool Ranch family. My mom liked
really?
Cool Ranch.
Yeah, they
Cool
were
Ranch
already
is the
into Cool
better.
Ranch.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
said she'll feed Cool Ranch Doritos to Sedano.
You interested in having Angela feed you Cool Ranch Doritos?
In her bosom.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
In her bosom?
Come on, Bergie. You can't talk about my mom's bosom.
What do you mean?
Just me.
You say it all the time.
Only you can
can
talk
do it.
about your
That's
mom's
my
bosom.
mother's bosom.
I
Yeah.
think that's worse.
I don't talk about your mom's bosom.
Chris,
Yeah,
I will say
Bergie, how's
this,
your mom's bosom?
Even more importantly to your life, I just found out that Tim Kirkchin, ESPN all-time great MLB reporter,
Yes.
is a Colombo fan.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, we are taking over the ESPN family with our love of Colombo.
Now, now all of a sudden, Chris is going to want a weekly with Kirkchin.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Kirkshin Thursdays.
Wait, can we have a Columbo roundtable with him, Chris, and Wendy?
We just
my
need
God.
one more. We need to find out one more. Let's find out if Passon likes Colombo.
No chance.
No, it needs to
Really?
be a different sport.
No, you need a football guy.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
right. See if Schefter
Yeah.
likes Colombo.
Yeah, right.
There you
have
go.
a baseball guy. You got a basketball guy.
Or like Rappaport.
No,
Oh, yeah. What
Yeah,
if
yeah.
Rappaport likes
Can you
Colombo?
imagine?
Rappaport, yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful,
That
man.
would work out pretty well.
The
Yeah,
NBA,
but I thought you'd enjoy that because I found that out today.
let's get him on. Let's book Tim Kirkchin just to talk Colombo.
How about do it on a
Hey.
windy Wednesday?
During the summer of Schwans.
All right, tomorrow night is the NBA draft. You'll hear it here at 6 p.m., courtesy of ESPN Radio. And then Sedano. Now, are you part of the coverage? What's your story?
Part of what coverage?
The NBA
coverage?
draft, yeah. I don't know.
No.
But you're going to be in New York tomorrow, right?
I draw the line. I'm off tomorrow because I'm flying to Miami. I told you.
Oh,
to see
that's
my
right.
mom.
Oh, that's right.
I'm doing the
Would
show.
you stop telling me that, by the way, that you're flying to Miami to see your mom. You just,
Why? Because you feel bad that you haven't seen your
compound
parents
my
in like
guilt.
6 years?
Right. You compound my guilt of not also flying to Florida, darling, to go see my parents.
Well, I will make you feel better before I get to the Lakers draft pick thing.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine who coached Mateo, I ran into them this weekend, and this gentleman said to me that he loves the show, and he actually pulled me aside, Cappy, to say, and I don't want to say who because I don't know if he wanted this to be public, but he actually said to me, he said, man, I just want to thank you and Cap. Tell Cappy I say thank you. I said, oh, sure, absolutely. He's like, when my brother was going through cancer treatments, you guys really got me through a lot of stuff that I was dealing with. So yes, even the Schwanz talk will keep people happy, man, in their lowest moments. So all the jokes, all the silliness, we get into so much stuff here, you kind of forget that there are people listening to this thing. And I just told him, man, I really appreciate it. I'm glad we were able to help you in any way, shape, or form get through such a tough time. But I will absolutely tell Cappy.
Well,
Amen
I really
to that.
appreciate hearing that. I do, because you just never know who's out there, who's dealing with what, and how the show whether we're all yelling and screaming at each other or we're joking around or we're doing serious analysis. I mean, at sometimes you just never know how it distracts people from what's going on in their real lives. And so sending lots of love to that gentleman and to his family, and I hope everything's going well for those guys.
Yeah.
Doesn't make me feel any less guilty about
Okay,
you going
well, I
to visit
tried
your
my
mother
best to
and
make you
me,
feel any better.
know,
That's
still
on you,
not
bro.
visiting.
Why don't you just fly them here?
Well, you did that a couple years ago. He was
Well, I
in,
did it-
Charlie
no, I
was
did-
in studio with us.
Yeah, I feel like
Since
I did
Rachel's
it over
gonna
the
break up
holidays.
with you now anyway because you beat up her car, just fly
I
them
mean,
in.
you really broke her car. A brand new car, too?
Guys, I'm telling you,
What kind of car is it? Range Rover?
Yeah, it's a nice car. really, really nice car. Really
so
nice car.
good.
And then,
So
you know,
how bad is the damage?
Well, put it this way. If it were my car, okay, if it were me, and I'm a low-rent brother, okay, if it were me, I would call one of those mobile places where they come to your house and they buff out the thing, and then they use touch-up paint, and they fix it up, and
Yeah.
you never even know you never even know what happened.
Right.
But she and I don't agree on this because, it's a new car. She says it's a new color. She says it's kind of a nicer car. You can't just have one of these guys come over and buff it out and then just touch it up. And I'm like, yeah, you can. You'll never know the difference.
She's right.
But she's it doesn't matter if she's right or she's wrong. She's right anyway. So now today, this afternoon, I'm going to drive the car to the car dealership. I'm going to walk in. I'm going to get on my hands and knees like I'm in, House of the Dragon last night, which, by the way, I watched.
House
and I'm
of the
completely
Dragon
confused.
was literally on fire yesterday.
Don't say anything. I got
completely
halfway
confused.
through, and then Gene fell asleep, so I haven't seen the rest of it. Don't say anything.
Totally confused.
so good.
I
House
don't
of the-
remember
What are
anything.
you so confused about? Because
Bro,
it's been 3 years.
It's
Yeah.
been 2 years since I saw the show. They
Yeah.
gave me a 5-minute review at the beginning of it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't remember any of that.
Go back and watch the
Do you
rest of
have
it.
to
Don't
watch
remember
Game
it.
of Thrones to watch House of
No,
Dragon?
no, you do not.
No, it's
really?
actually House of Dragon is a prequel.
Really? Okay.
But the Cappy, that you would forget anyway.
Right. Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
So when they gave
So
me
why
the
don't you go
5-minute
back
review,
and watch season 2?
Because right now I'm in the middle of my World War II docuseries.
By the way,
what I mean? I'm only on episode 9.
Episode
They were
7
doing
is tough.
they were doing a marathon of season 2 before. Well, actually, season 1 and 2 before the opening episode this
Yeah,
weekend.
but I haven't been to HBO or been to HBO Max in 2 years.
By the way, last night I watched this Netflix doc about the girl who fakes cancer and builds a whole business. It
No
freaked
way.
me out, honestly. It really
Wow.
freaked me out before I went to sleep.
Wow.
It's
Built
a
a business?
No, well, she started a business, but it's about another girl who didn't fake cancer.
Apple cider vinegar. that
Yeah,
one? Yeah.
and
it's pretty
and then there is a
disturbing.
girl who is faking cancer. It's really disturbing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
so
it
was
goes to go to
episode
hell.
7 of the World War II docuseries. You're exactly right.
Episode 7
was
is tough, man.
very hard to watch. Very difficult. So, House of the Dragon, episode 1, season 3 last night. I'm completely confused. I'll have to watch it all over again.
Cap, have you watched The Crash yet?
No, what's the
Crash is a good one.
On Netflix?
It's about
No,
that
what's that
girl
about?
who crashes the car with her boyfriend inside.
Yeah.
And what happened?
And then he-
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, can we do the draft thing real quick?
I've been trying for 25 minutes.
Go ahead, play some music or something.
All right, stand by. I didn't know we wanted music for it, but hold on.
I don't want it to just be like dry.
Oh, I thought that was music.
No, that was just a
No, I was
basketball.
trying to get it to line up and we had a bit.
I'm going to give you the
play
NHL
that,
bed for just a second. Then I'll
The
find
NHL
the
bed?
The NHL bed.
Let's talk about
When is the
hockey
NHL draft? by the way?
I don't know, but I'll tell you big
Big
news this
trade
weekend
last
out of the
night.
NHL.
Yeah,
Big week,
got
big
the
news.
alert.
Oh, I know.
The
The
Kachuk
Kachuk
brothers
brothers are being reunited.
Reunited.
Oh,
Right.
somewhere Zamboni's like, get me on the air.
Yeah. And
June
George,
June
you-
26th and 27th is the NHL entry draft.
and George, you were talking about the Milwaukee Bucks needing to compete with the Brewers and the Packers, and they've got to have a star, and that's why they would want a Jaylen Brown. I mean, think about the Heat. The Heat got to go get Giannis because the Panthers just got the Kachuk brothers reunited.
Yeah.
You talk about competition in Miami.
Yeah, and they've won a couple championships.
Better
So
get
anyway,
Giannis.
here's the guys. So last week I gave you a couple of guys who were centers. Okay, I gave you Jaden Quintons from Kentucky and Terrace Reed Jr. of UConn. Two big men that I think could be in that 25 range if the Lakers keep that particular pick. There's also the kid Sinek from Houston, but I don't know much about him, so I didn't want to really get involved necessarily. But some mock drafts have him as well. Now, I thought, like, the Lakers, beyond big men, Cappy, what else do they need?
They got to find guys who can play defense.
Right.
I mean, that to me is the most important thing that they could do is get young, lengthy, defensive-minded type kids.
Yeah. All right. So there's a kid, Dalen Swain. This kid fits that mold. 6'7",
6'7",
211 pounds, 6'10" wingspan. Okay, and he'll be 20 years old, about to be 21 shortly thereafter. By the time the season starts, he'll be 21. But 20 years old when they draft him. This is the epitome of a versatile wing defender, okay? And he's like, on offense, what I would call him is a connector, okay? Shoots the ball okay? Shoots the ball pretty well. But he's a guy that can get to the rim fairly easily. I would say his jump shot in general, though, like, when I say pretty well, I'm also measuring this on, like, college standards. Like, he's not like a knockdown shooter by any stretch of the imagination. But I think, like, when I look at guys in college, there are very few guys that I think actually who are good shooters. But when I watch him, I'm like, all right, he doesn't have, like, broken mechanics or anything like that. Like, I think, like, you know, we've seen so many guys in the NBA over the last 10 or 15 years that they've just turned into good shooters because organizations are really good. If they're going to do one thing, they're going to help you become a better shooter because it's so important to the game, okay? I don't think his mechanics are terrible, personally. And I've seen guys with worse mechanics shoot the ball. Hell, Lonzo Ball became a 38% three-point shooter, and you would say that he probably had the worst mechanics I've ever seen coming out of the draft or coming into the draft.
Well, I can tell you this. I'd tell you right now, Kawhi Leonard, when he was in college for
brutal,
2 years,
right,
was not a real shooter at all. Not what he's become.
I think you can teach guys to shoot. I'm okay with that. Like, give me a guy with athleticism. Give me a guy with strength. Give me a guy with size, right? And give me a guy who has, like, good instincts, okay? This kid, Swain, has all of that stuff, all right? Played at Texas most recently. But I think that if they can get the shot to work, and again, 25, like I told you with the centers, you're not getting a finished product by any stretch of the imagination, okay? You're going to have to develop this person if you're going to keep them, regardless of position. So I like the fact that, again, you can't teach size, right? You can't teach strength, right? And you can't teach skill. He's got skill because he can get to the basket. Can I teach him to shoot? Yes, I think you can teach him to shoot. So he's a guy that I would certainly be looking at in that 25 range if I were the Lakers. If I were looking at a wing player and I wasn't convinced of the big men who are available at that particular point in the draft.
Let me ask you this question, though. I don't know the kid. Dalen Swain, is that how I'm supposed to pronounce his name?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Dalen? Okay.
Dalen, yes.
I don't know the kid. I'm watching highlights right now on YouTube. I'm reading about him right now. And you mentioned, height, weight. You mentioned fundamentals. Okay, all of that is great. What I'm looking for is there anybody that, as a rookie, can do what I saw, what some of these young kids in San Antonio did? I mean, is there anybody that could be
not
even
at 25,
remotely
man.
impactful?
No.
Okay,
I mean, I'm not okay. I shouldn't say no summarily because there have been guys that have been able to do that. But it's really, really hard, is what I would say.
Right. I'm not suggesting to you that he's the number 2 overall pick in the draft. I'm just wondering, is this a draft pick for the future? This is not a draft pick to help this season.
No, he can help you at least defensively right away.
Okay. Well, listen, if you're going to make the pick, you got to get somebody who can at least give you something.
And he's a guy that can finish at the rim very well. So with a guy like Luka on the floor, and Austin and LeBron, like all guys who are good passers, yeah, like he could certainly still be a guy that can give you some minutes if you need him to. Yes. Like, I don't think he's as much of a project as Adu Thero.
Although Adu Thero, I'm not projecting him to be some Hall of Famer. I'm just looking at his body type and his athleticism and saying, okay, you know what? Going into year 2, let's see what you got, kid.
So I don't know how much you watched Dallas over the last couple of years, but Swain reminds me of a guy like Najee Marshall, right? Who was very much like him. A guy could finish at the rim, a guy who was a rugged, tough defender coming out of college, and then they taught him to shoot. And he's become a pretty good three-point shooter. And he's a guy who's a real rotation piece on a team that went to the finals a couple years ago.
All right, so your projection today, kid out of Texas, junior, 6'7", 211.
Not my projection, just like he's a guy that could be in that range.
On the radar. Yeah. Okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah, these highlights look pretty good. He's not afraid to go to the rim.
Right. He's good at the rim.
I also like, it says here that he grew up playing basketball, but in addition, soccer, baseball, football, and tennis. Well-rounded athlete.
Yeah, he's
goes
got
basketball.
Good footwork.
Yeah, I like the
I like
footwork.
him, and he can defend.
But does he have moxie,
Right away.
George?
What's that?
Would you say he has moxie?
Sure.
You know, it's one of those stupid words they always talk about, like, you know, potential players in the draft. He's got a lot of moxie.
I mean, a lot of these highlights are against good teams like Florida, who was pretty good last year. So, and
Yeah.
he's getting to the rim. He's finding his way through contact.
He's a guy though
This
that
looks pretty
needs somebody to get him the ball in the right places. And you've got 3 of those on the Lakers. Like, he's a guy that can help you, I think, this year potentially.
Well, I mean,
Long, athletic.
looking at some of these honors here, Bergie. SEC Newcomer of the Year, second team All-SEC.
He was at Arizona before he was at Texas.
I'm reading this. Played his first 2 seasons at Xavier. Does that sound
Right.
familiar? Xavier?
Yes. Yeah.
Not Arizona, or is it Arizona too?
You don't know Xavier?
Well, I'm familiar with Xavier,
Okay.
but not Arizona, right?
You know
let's see.
Arizona because that's where LeBron's kid goes, right?
That's right. That's what I know. Big East all freshman team his freshman year, and then apparently, obviously, gets down to Texas after that. So, all right,
This could be interesting. That would be
I'm
a good.
looking at him.
Seems like
All
a
right.
decent pick.
Not a name that I would have known. Dalen Swain.
Okay, so Sedano, you've given us 3 different guys, 2 centers and 1 wing. Which one do you like the best of those 3?
I actually like the kid from UConn, Reed.
Harris Reed?
I think he can play. I mean, he's kind of plotting. He's not like, but like he's not like super like twitchy, right? But man, he can rebound the ball, man. And
But he's
like,
not super twitchy, though.
No, he's not like a high flyer. Like he's not like Derek Lively, who Luka had. But he is. He can finish at the rim, and he can rebound the ball well, and he's an okay shot blocker.
I saw him against UCLA, and they had a double and triple team him just to keep him away from the paint.
Yeah, like
it was tough.
he can rebound the you-know-what out of the ball, man.
Yeah.
And the Lakers, at times, that was kind of an issue, I think. So.
NBA Draft Talk. We will air the NBA Draft tomorrow at 6 p.m., courtesy of ESPN Radio. We will join in progress after our live imaging Tuesday, presented by Providence and the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Meanwhile, need more Lakers talk in your life? The Ball Knower Extreme Duo of Michael Trudell and Geeter McGee are back tonight at 6 p.m. on 7:10 a.m. They're the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube. Watch those guys smack around Lakers talk. Will the Lakers use number 25 in tomorrow night's NBA Draft, or will they trade the pick? Discussed tonight, ... on Lakers Talk. I literally read the ... this time.
Thank you.
Usually I
Good
just
reading.
ad-lib that.
Good reading.
But tonight I did.
I like the ellipses.
Was it spelled out?
No, it's an ellipses.
Oh.
I like ellipses.
Me too.
Big fan.
Meanwhile,
Use
the
them a
thing
lot.
you like also is that medical emergency kit, Cappy.
I do, and I'll tell you this right now. A lot of people, have heard me talk about this painful beast thing that I incurred this past weekend. And I looked into the wellness company's medical emergency kit. I literally went through the guidebook, seeing if there was anything in here like an antihistamine of any kind. But then I realized that everything in the medical emergency kit, these are prescription medications. They're not things that you would get over the counter. Anybody could walk into a pharmacy or, a CVS or whatever and get that. So it wasn't in here. That's because this is all medication. Because if you get a chest cold or you get an ear infection or you get a UTI or whatever the case may be, you would go into your medical emergency kit. You then go into the guidebook that I'm holding right here, and you would find these are the medications and this is what they treat. Because if you have some chest cold and you let it go for a month, and then all of a sudden you get on the proper medication and it's gone in 2 or 3 days, why did you waste the last month of your life? If your kids are going off to college this year, if your younger kids are going to a camp perhaps this summer, you should be sending them with a medical emergency kit. If you and your family are planning a summer vacation, a road trip, you should absolutely never leave your house without the medical emergency kit, because if you get sick or somebody in your family gets sick during the summer, it could derail your entire vacation. Trying to find a doctor or finding a pharmacy in another town, it's a whole headache. It comes in a great travel kit, and it's every medication you would pretty much need, including amoxicillin or Z-Paks. So listen, you don't have to wait for a doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. And if you still don't feel confident about what medication should I take, there is a telemedicine professional waiting for you on a phone call for you to just give a ring to. So here's what you do. Go to urgentcarekit.com/710, urgentcarekit.com urgentcarekit.com/710. You'll save $45 on the medical emergency kit with our promo code 710. Do it today. Don't procrastinate, because when you need it, it'll be too late. Have it in advance and ready to go. The medical emergency kit, urgentcarekit.com/710.
Thank you, Cappy. 8:48 in the morning. We're back with fun and frivolity and all kinds of mishigash. 3 minutes from right now.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Right now, for a limited time, lease a Hyundai Elantra for $199 a month or get $2,000 bonus cash. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Hurry, offers end July 6th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Not sure what to do this week? The answer is always Cosm. Here's your Cosm calendar for the week of June 22nd. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is what everyone is talking about, and there are Hall and Dome tickets available, but many games are sold out. So get on it. To secure your FIFA World Cup tickets, visit Cosm.com now before all the tickets are gone and see history happen. And speaking of history, it's been 25 years since Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone debuted, and there's no better way to celebrate than experiencing Harry Potter in virtual reality. And while enjoying your magical trip to Hogsworth, make your experience even more unforgettable with some Harry Potter staples like bottled butterbeer, house-made shepherd's pie, chocolate frogs, and Bertie Bott's every flavored beans. Don't forget the Cosm deck is amazing on a warm summer's night while sipping on your favorite cocktail or ice-cold beer. All the fun and all the excitement for sports and entertainment is at Cosm. Don't be left out. Visit Cosm.com and lock in your next trip to Cosm today. And that's your Cosm calendar for this week. That's your Cosm calendar.
Red card penalty. Score big with Waba Grill's new Red Card Combo for a limited time. A mini sweet and spicy chicken bowl, 3-piece chili crisp dumplings, and a side of Wablaze sauce for that extra heat. Then kick it up a notch with our new Penalty Punch, a premium beverage loaded with sweet mango popping boba. It's a flavor finish that hits the back of the neck. Get the Red Card Combo for $9.99. Only at Waba Grill.
Love Waba Grill. I might need to get some of that chicken and rice this afternoon. This hour, the 8 a.m. hour of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, always brought to you by Angelica's Insurance. Every team needs a strong defense, and Angelica's Insurance has got you covered. From auto and home to business and life, they build a plan just for you, even DUI and SR22 coverage to get you back on the road fast. Visit angelicas-ins.com for a free quote today. Final segment of the 8 a.m. hour next in 60 seconds.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
We expect our information in real time. U.S. Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. U.S. Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Wild Fork, your neighborhood meat and seafood market.
Now, he's put on his captain's hat.
I am the captain. This is the captain's table. The captain sits at the captain's table.
Captain Condiment has the Yacht Rock all queued up.
Oh, yeah, 8:52. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a marvelous Monday. Cappy, yesterday, June 21st, back in 1975, the number one hit, Captain and Tennille. Definitely Yacht Rock. When they sing Love Will Keep Us Together. Well, yeah.
Do-do-be-do, so stop. Cause I really love you. Stop.
Coming up at 9 o'clock, the Rich Eisen Show terrestrially on 710 a.m. and the all-new ESPN app. We will continue our digital hour on the app, so if you're listening on the Listen Live tile, switch over to that Sedano and Cap tile, and then on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. I knock on the hardwood. For our friends at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, it is time for the morning wood. Thanks to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-624 or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Apparently, Rams quarterback Ty Simpson has an unusual bedtime routine to spur his development.
Oh. Yeah, I've read about this, and I actually buy this.
All right, Cappy, we got a few minutes, so dive in.
All right. Well, a couple things. You bring up Ty Simpson. And, George, I don't know if you've seen this story or not, but apparently Ty Simpson records himself, like calling plays or, kind of just going through the playbook, and then he plays back the sounds of his own voice while he's going to sleep, so it sort of subconsciously gets into his brain. Have you ever heard about this?
Mm-hmm.
I believe this works, by the way. I do believe, because I've experimented with this myself.
All right.
When I was a young guy.
No, you didn't.
Oh, no, I did.
Really?
I did.
You're being serious. You're not joking about this.
Oh, no, I'm 100% serious. Listen,
I'll let you
when
know.
I was a young guy, this is the late 80s, Eddie Murphy's Delirious had come out. And I took a tape recorder into a movie theater, and I recorded the entire audio of Eddie Murphy's Delirious. And then at night, I would take the tape recorder and put it by my head, and I would play it over and over and over again until I had almost the entire thing completely, utterly memorized. So I believe that if you listen to something as you're going to sleep, it does get into your subconscious mind. Do you buy this? Does anybody believe what Ty Simpson and I believe in?
Isn't this Mace's shtick that he used to listen to that? And
a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
They listen to positive affirmations while they go to sleep.
It's like a recording that goes, Mace, you're good on the radio.
You're amazing.
Mace, you're a big, bright, shining star.
You're great at your job.
Mace, everybody loves you. You're better than Ireland.
I think I just want you to do Delirious now, Cappy.
Mace, you should take more vacation.
Oh, yeah. But, Bergie, I mean, we're talking like 35 years ago.
Can you do like from beginning to the end? Can you were you able to ever do the whole, Delirious set?
I mean, put it this way.
You're not a moron.
I would just walk around
I think
all
I could
the
do it
time.
when I was like 8 years old, to be honest.
Yeah, I would just walk around all the time like as if, I would moonwalk all up and down your ass, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like I would just do these lines from
Why'd you go so
Delirious.
high like that?
Because that was like Michael Jackson.
Even
That was
Kasim
supposed to
shaking
be
his
bit.
head in there.
What do you mean, Kasim? You don't know that?
Kasim's like, come on, man.
Kasim don't know that stuff, man. No, you ain't know nothing about that. Come on, Kasim, for real. Tell you one other thing, just from a sports perspective this past weekend, I'm probably on my own unless Morales joined me. Was anybody else watching the U.S. Open of golf yesterday?
Listen, I took it in. I took it in. I hate how Shinnecock looks. And I got some Shinnecock Hills golf gear coming. Because, I love U.S. Open gear.
Right.
The ending, poor Sam, I almost said Sam Adams. Poor Sam Burns. He's going to think about that putt for the rest of his life.
Yep.
Congrats to Tyler Wyndham. He has been very open about mental health and his struggles. He won in the logo I'm wearing right now at the LACC in that U.S. Open.
But you said Tyler Wyndham.
You mean Wyndham Clark?
Wyndham Clark, certainly.
Yeah.
Wyndham Clark, whatever. He wins his second U.S. Open. Not a lot of people have won 2 U.S. Opens, so congratulations to him. Tyler Wyndham, Wyndham Clark, whatever your name is, Jack.
But, boy, was everybody rooting against that kid.
Oh,
they
yeah.
wanted to see him implode
Look, Scotty
again.
was making that comeback.
Right.
You thought it was going to be Sunday Scotty on the prowl, man.
Yep.
There you go, U.S. Open in 15 seconds.
Pretty
take
good.
that, sucker. You thought you were going to catch me off guard? Cappy, take this.
4th of July weekend checklist. Sunscreen? Check. Snacks? Check. Road trip playlist? Check. Now, when's the last time you checked your oil? Before you hit the road, head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a fast 15-minute stay-in-your-car oil change, and no appointment is ever needed. Plus, they'll check your fluids, battery, wipers, and more, so you can worry less about your car and focus more on the weekend ahead. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a special offer and your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Quick, easy, and road trip approved.
Men, your health is the real MVP. Providence reminds you that many of the top health risks men face can go unnoticed. But annual checkups, screenings, and knowing your numbers can make all the difference. From staying active and eating well to prioritizing sleep and mental wellness, small steps can have a big impact. Providence brings together the best minds in men's health, keeping you in the game with trusted, compassionate care. Take control of your health like I did. Learn more at Providence.org. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, Huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka, vodka with standards.
Vista is California's original paint company and has been serving pros and homeowners since 1956. Our paints are formulated for lasting performance, beautiful finishes, and made to withstand the weather. Vista Paint, locally made, expertly crafted, always reliable.
Join Beto Duran Thursday and Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa as the United States takes on Turkey in one of the summer's biggest matches. Rock your team colors and join fellow fans for an unforgettable match day experience. Enjoy nonstop game day energy, drink specials, surprise giveaways, and incredible food like fire-grilled asada tacos, quesadilla, fresh ceviches, and warm churros. Watch the match, celebrate every moment, and cheer with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, where every match tastes better.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction, and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Empower. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
I'll tell you this right now. Last night I decided to walk down to this taco shop called Sonora Town.
Yeah, we saw.
And that's good.
Excellent place here downtown.
It is. It's got a big reputation. It's got a big reputation.
See what happens when I'm not here with you in downtown LA? You do bad things.
I did.
No,
these are good things.
No. But for him though, because he feels heavy today.
Yeah. Because
you didn't walk. You didn't walk up the hill on Grand.
No, I did. I did 5 miles of walking. I got a really good lift in the gym over at the East Central. But I ate so much at this place called Sonora Town because now they have this Michelin rating. And I was like, you know what? I've been there once with Beto, and I don't remember it being so awesome.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
Bergie, make sure you get checked.
I'm going to get a colonoscopy probably in the next 2 weeks.
And a colonic.
But you're coming with me.
At Steve's. Yeah.
As long as Steve has 2 beds for us. Same room.
I mean,
same room.
Other wacky morning shows have done this where we just do fake spots for fake things. Should we start doing that? How you doing? It's Cappy Moraz for Steve's Colonics.
I'm looking up to see if we have any colonic places in downtown LA. I will find one and we will do it.
I told you, if we go to a downtown LA colonic, it could go really wrong.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history. George Sedano, Scott Kaplan, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
What'd you say? You can't have a pie without Cool Whip. Cool Whip? Cool Whip, yeah. You mean Cool Whip? Yeah, Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. You're saying it weird. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
A little sabor? Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the widow on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to
Bit boy.
Right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, my girls, stay tuned.
What are you talking about? Just saying it. Cool Whip. You put Cool Whip on pie.
Good morning. Welcome to the digital hour of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. 9:02 and 45 seconds.
on this Monday, the 22nd of June, 2026. Hopefully you had a beautiful Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
And if you're like Cappy, you had a bumpy Father's Day weekend because you busted up your girlfriend's car, which is not great.
Gosh, Cappy. Things were going so well for me too. I swear to God, guys, I was having I was having such a great weekend because I don't know about you guys, but like for me, a birthday's a day. For women, birthdays can be weeks, they can be months. They just go much deeper into their birthdays than we as guys do. And I had Friday night all planned out, man. I threw a great party for Rachel's birthday. Saturday, I had the whole day planned, which was awesome. We had a great time. And even Sunday, things were going swimmingly until I closed the garage door on her brand new car and did some serious damage. Everything was going great for me. Now, the bee sting, George, I want to tell you an update. My hand, my right palm, which is very swollen. If you're looking on YouTube right now, you can see my right hand over here, very swollen and red. My left hand looks completely normal. It's now starting to heat up, my hand. My hand is getting very hot.
That's not good.
Can't you have one of the 7 kids in your house go get you Benadryl?
I don't know that anybody's even home anymore. I got to go find out.
So my first bee sting that I can remember, it was actually 2018. It was OC week here at ESPN LA. We were broadcasting live. The morning show then was Keyshawn, LZ, Travis. And we were broadcasting live at Black Gold Golf Club. And I'm in the middle of a live read, and I've got the binder in front of me. And I'm sitting next to Keyshawn, and a bee lands on my thigh. And I look down, and I see Keyshawn try to go for it. I'm kind of looking at him like, don't do it. And those giant wide receiver hands go to swat the bee away. And the bee was so frightened that, bam, it puts the stinger into my thigh. And instantly I get very red. And everyone starts freaking out. They're like, are you allergic to bees? And I'm like, I don't know. So they rush me to like inside, like the president had just gotten shot. They're like holding me and running me into the emergency room at the Black Gold Golf Club in the back. And they're like, do we need to put the shot in you? I'm like, I don't know. And they instantly put Benadryl into me and all kinds of things. I wasn't allergic, but I was really red, man. And it hurt. It hurt.
This thing hurt really bad because I had my hand down and I didn't even know that the bee was in my hand. And then all of a sudden it stung me and I was holding my phone. I'm like, ow! I dropped my phone. I turned my hand over. And, dude, it was like this bee. It wasn't enough that the bee put the stinger inside of me, but there was it's like he dropped like a pound of honey on my hand as well. It was weird. So now I'm sitting there and I'm trying to pull this thing out. I finally pull it out. And I'm telling you, in the first 5 minutes of a bee sting, it hurts bad. Like, it's no joke. It hurts really bad. I'd have to come out of the game.
It definitely hurts. There's no doubt.
I'd have to see the trainers and come out of the game. I'd be out of the game. I might be out of the game for the rest of the game. Like, that's how bad it hurt.
You want a honey stinger?
I don't know, Jordan. I need something. But I'm telling you, look how red my hand is. Do you see this?
It doesn't look that red.
No, right here. Look how red and swollen my hand is. Look at my other hand.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Giant
man.
swollen hand.
It puts poison into your body.
I got it, and it hurts like a mother.
That's why you're supposed to treat it, not just let it be, like the Beatles sang.
Did you take the stinger out?
I did. I got the stinger out, and then my daughter tried to give me this antihistamine last night, but it wasn't Benadryl.
Is.
Yeah, why didn't you take it?
Benadryl is literally just a brand name for antihistamine.
Okay, and she tried to convince me of the same thing. It was a Kirkland brand product, but it was
so you didn't want to take it because it was Kirkland?
No, because the description was like, if you have a runny nose, if you have itchy eyes, if you have some sort of an allergy.
Bee sting, yeah.
Well, it never said bee sting.
Well, an allergy, what's happening to your hand is an allergic response to the poison that the bee inserted in you.
Correct.
They literally insert histamine into you, hence the name antihistamine.
Did he spit?
It wasn't a Kirkland thing, George. I'll take a Kirkland product all day long. But it was just that nowhere on the bottle did it say bee sting. Everything was about allergies or itchy eyes or things like that. And I was like, I don't have any of those symptoms. So I don't want to just take random over-the-counter stuff.
So yesterday was Father's Day. We were at the Huntington
What a hell of a Father's Day. You're never going to forget that one.
So we were at Huntington Gardens in Pasadena, the beautiful gardens outside and everything, part of the Huntington Library. But Mother's Day when we went there, so my parents are obsessed. So they go for every weekend, they go to the Huntington Gardens. Mother's Day, Stephanie, my girlfriend, wore open sandals, and she stepped and got stung by a bee in one of the gardens. They rush in, and they're giving her emergency prep because they don't want to get sued. And they give her immediately Benadryl, and then she gets tired, and we have to go home. Yesterday, I made her wear the Skechers. I go, you're not going in those sandals, Jack. Wear those Skechers that I bought you. So she put on the Skechers so she didn't get stung. But my point is, they rush in. Like Benadryl is immediate when you get stung by a bee. Because what if you are allergic? You want to make sure you don't start, foaming at the mouth.
Right. Yeah, there was this lady behind me. I was on a ferry, on a ferry boat, and I got stung. And this lady behind me who was sitting behind me, she goes, "Are you allergic?" Like everybody was all of a sudden worried that they were going to have to perform CPR on me, And I didn't need it, but it hurt. It still hurts. This was Saturday afternoon, by the way. It's like Saturday afternoon, like 6:00 in the evening.
Does this mean you're going to try to get out of walking tomorrow night?
No, gosh, no.
Oh, by the way, I have dinner with Sam Pines at 6 p.m.
Okay.
Owner Sam Pines.
Uh-huh.
And he's going to yell at me about the stuff Sedano's mad about.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how that's going to go. But we're going to go to the PKG.
Okay.
And then after that, I want to walk.
Okay.
So it's going to be late. It's going to be like 7:30.
Okay. Let's see if you can really get out in an hour and a half.
Oh, no. It's going to be a 90-minute meeting.
Okay.
I can't take much more of him.
Or he can't take much more of you. You tell me.
I don't know.
All right. Well, anyway, agonizing pain here today. But, listen, I'm battling through it. You know what I mean? Like, unlike Jared Vanderbilt, who hurt his pinky on a backboard and he couldn't play.
He broke his finger. It literally came out of the skin.
Look what's happened to me, George.
I finally saw that video or the picture of his skin because it ended up on Instagram, in my Instagram feed over the weekend, and you could literally see the bones popping out. It was so gross. They had to censor it.
I'm just telling you that this is a comparable injury. Okay, this bee sting is a comparable injury. That's all I'm trying to tell you guys. Okay, just trust me on this.
All right.
So, anyway,
sources trust me, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Trust me, bro is right. Hey, last thing, real quick, before I know we want to get back to some other stuff. Chris, you mentioned the U.S. Open and Wyndham Clark and him winning at L.A. Country Club in 2023. George, I'm going to take a guess you weren't watching the U.S. Open yesterday, but it is weird that people were outwardly, rooting against him because they wanted to see this guy blow up emotionally. Because, George, I don't know if you know this or not, but Wyndham Clark has a bad reputation, for having a really, really bad temper. Last year at the U.S. Open,
I know as much about Wyndham Clark as I do Wyndham Hotels.
But here's the thing. So before you say that, he doesn't just have a bad temper. He had a really rough childhood. And he is very open on the series Full Swing on Netflix. He goes to a psychologist. He has mental health coaches because he's fighting it.
Right.
So, yes, he has a bad temper and has had a few meltdowns, but he's also fighting it a lot, and everybody is.
Yeah.
But he's very open about it and trying to help people with that.
And he travels with, a psychologist who works with him. In fact, is my understanding, even walks the course
sometimes,
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but, George, here's the thing. Even if you don't know about the guy, last year he was at Oakmont, and he didn't make the cut, and he blasted, 2 lockers in the men's locker room. And this is a 100-plus-year-old club. And they said to him, they go, unless you fix the stuff, you got to pay to fix it, and you got to make a donation to a charity. Otherwise, you're never welcome back here again. There's also videos of this kid, throwing clubs on the course. My point is only this. In New York, the fans wanted to see Scottie Scheffler make a run, and they wanted to see Wyndham Clark have an emotional breakdown. And, Chris, it looked bad at the beginning, didn't it? He had a 6-stroke lead going into the final round.
And then he blew up out of the gate.
Right, and all of a sudden lost 5 strokes, and you thought Scheffler was going to make a run when he got to 1 under. He never really did. So, again, I realize the U.S. Open is not top of mind for everybody. We got World Cup going on. We got the NBA draft coming up. George, I know you're very deep into analyzing the NHL draft, which is coming up later this week. So
maybe we'll have JT the Brick on.
Let's do that. That takes us back to 2 years ago, right? 3 years ago. That's how the whole JT the Brick thing started. It was the day of the NFL or the NHL draft. It was a Tuesday, I'm guessing, because I was in on the afternoon show, and we started laughing.
Although Greg and Lindsay and that brother Kasim, they can't talk because he's very anti people who aren't the host talking.
Oh yeah. And then so we were like, oh, what's the NHL draft coverage? And we did play-by-play of the NHL draft because it was late in June. Nothing was going on at that point.
Right. Yeah, and we just randomly called them because the Vegas Golden Knights were picked.
And he's like, let me tell you about the Vegas Golden Knights. I don't know why he sounds like that, but still.
Well, last year we had Funchi since the NHL
because it was
draft.
there at
it
Nokia or whatever they call it now.
Yeah. And remember, Funchi showed us the he got a trading card made, Michael Funch's trading card made, and then he showed us all the trophies, and then at the end shows us the Stanley Cup. And we're like, Funch, why didn't you lead with that? And he's like, oh, I want to save the best for last.
Oh, that or he didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it was a great Funch appearance.
By the way, Cappy, do you remember why we were talking about Kyle? Oh, we were talking about Kyle Kuzma last week because I said, you could get him like probably inexpensively, right? Like in a Giannis deal, right? Do you remember that conversation?
I do recall it.
So apparently, Kyle Kuzma has quote tweeted a like an aggregator Twitter site that says Kyle Kuzma is expected to be included in any trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo as a quote Giannis tax per Bill Simmons. And Kuzma has quote tweeted this and says, "Since when is a 6'9" wing who can play any role you ask, guards 1 through 5, shot almost 50% from the field, and cares about defense, a throw-in? LOL." Bro, just get off social media, man.
Dude, this guy, but you see, it's a comment like that makes a guy like me, maybe not everybody, but a guy like me, hate him as a player. In other words, I don't want him on my team because he's too much about himself and not enough about a team. Like, he's just too much about self-promoting about how great he is. This is why, by the way, when Kyle Kuzma was playing for the Lakers, he never understood this is LeBron's team, and it's going to be LeBron's team, and you're going to be a role player on LeBron's team. He was like, no, it should be my team. It should be me. I'm Kyle Kuzma. It should be me. It should be all about me. This is why I don't want a guy like that anywhere near my team. Promote yourself like that. Dude, go past it. Mute the conversation. How about that? My goodness. Guys are so sensitive. And this was on Twitter, I assume?
Yeah, I wish he is right. Like, he could be a really impactful player, although he was not necessarily last year in Milwaukee, based on people in Milwaukee saying that, like actual people in the organization. He was not as impactful as they expected him to be. And look, that could just be there could be a multitude of reasons for that. I'm not just solely blaming him for that. But yeah, I'm with you in that sense. It's just like, come on, man. Like,
he had to search for it too, because they did this. It's called full court.
It didn't
press.
even tag him.
They didn't
right,
tag
yeah.
him, so he actually was searching his name to find this,
sent it to him.
or someone tagged him in it. It was like you're going out looking for it.
Yeah, in our YouTube chat right now, Bubba Holmberg says that's literally what LaDiva would do, meaning that LeBron would tweet out something similar. Here's the difference, though, Bubba, just to be honest about it, and to be fair about it. He's LeBron James versus Kyle Kuzma. I mean, come on, really? Like, if LeBron James said that about himself, you'd be like, well, yeah, he's like probably one of the top 2 or 3 players in the history of the game. Is Kyle Kuzma that? No. I don't think so.
I mean, you had to. I don't think so. That like you
well,
really did. You couldn't just be definitive there on that.
I just wanted.
Kyle Kuzma's not one of the top 2 or 3 players in the history of the game.
I mean, is he?
No,
I don't think so.
So Johnny Utah in the chat is saying, Sedano, you need to stop, dude. And you too, Cappy. Kuz was great on the Lakers.
He was. Actually, Johnny Utah, if you were listening that day, I was actually defending his play with the Lakers back then. That day we were talking about it. I don't think he stunk. I thought he played his role fine. He just didn't love playing his role.
Well, that's the problem. That's
Dribbled
the problem.
to nowhere.
Kuzma.
He was frustrating.
Please. For real.
That was the guy they kept in the Anthony Davis trade. They couldn't keep, like, Brandon Ingram. Josh Hart. How about Josh Hart? If they would have kept Josh Hart, that would have been so much better.
Man, if they would have kept Josh Hart would still be a Laker.
Oh, yeah.
Bet he's happy he's not.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Then you guys actually have a
he probably would have been on that team that won a championship in 2020.
Yeah.
But maybe you wouldn't have gotten, Alex Caruso may not have flourished the same way. I mean, a lot of things. A lot of sliding doors there.
Yeah, a lot of sliding doors, Cap.
Yeah, I do. I understand sliding doors. I do. I get it.
I mean, you had one sliding door this weekend on the Rachel's car.
I still can't believe I did that. I still can't believe. And you know what? To make the matters worse, I didn't tell you guys to make matters even worse.
So where did the door hit the car?
So I pulled the car in, and so when I pull the car in, the car starts beeping, and I always go about another 6 to 8 inches beyond where the car starts beeping.
You want to push it in forward, right?
You want to push it in,
right? But she's like, "Hey, stop! You're going to hit the front of the car." So I stopped, and now the car has this strange. I don't know how it does it. Has like this overhead camera. I really don't know how it does it, and it shows you everything around. the car.
The surroundings. Yeah, of course.
And so when I pulled in, I even said something to her like, wow, this overhead camera thing is amazing. And then nobody closed the garage door. So I actually was leaving the house because I had to go run some errands. And I sent her a text. I said, hey, tell your sons that they may need to pull the car in just like a couple more inches just because the garage door is open. I don't know. Maybe it's not all the way in. And about 2 hours later, she responded to that text by saying, you should have told me because now the car got hit. And boy, don't I
would
feel
say
like
she
a
needs
big
to
schmuck.
update her garage door system then. That's what I would say, because I can't believe that it let it go down on the car.
I know,
That's
but Lindsay,
very
Yeah, actually, you
obvious
should
thing.
flip it around on her. Like, hey, your garage door
no.
system is
No,
kind of
if I do the flip, if I do the flip, Berg, if I try and flip it, and then I'm even in more trouble.
So wait a minute. Now that you've actually told us the story, so you didn't physically.
Right. I thought you hit the button and then the door came down on the car.
I parked the car in a way.
But you texted them and said it may need to be pushed in more.
Right.
So why aren't you in the clear?
That's not
because,
on you, Cap.
Because I was lazy, and I should have gone back in the house, gotten the key, moved the car up 6 inches, then closed the garage
I'm not
door.
blaming you on this one. I was ready to blame you, but I'm not blaming you anymore.
I think we should get Rachel on the air.
No, I got to take the blame.
Is she
on
ready?
this one.
What's she doing right now? Working?
No, I'm sure she's working. I'm sure she's hard at work right now. This
Cap,
will only make matters worse.
Cap, that doesn't sound like it's your fault
Yeah,
at
that's
all.
not your fault at all.
I drove the car. I pulled it in. I didn't
You're
pull
not
it
a
in far
valet.
enough.
What are you supposed to do? Park her car for her?
Well, I pulled it in. I was driving. I pulled in her car.
Are you the valet?
And then you texted and said, hey, before you close the door, why don't you have a couple of your kids pull it in further since it's their house too?
Yeah.
They
By
live there.
the way, I hope you're not a valet because you had that one story that one time where you didn't want to give extra tip on that one valet. guy
No,
in
that
San
valet
Diego.
did not deserve a tip. That valet was a terrible valet.
Yeah.
He created a massive traffic jam. He was a horrible valet, and he didn't deserve a tip that night. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really ever do that, but I had no choice. This guy was that bad.
That guy deserved it. Is what
That
you're
guy
saying.
was that bad that he actually deserved it. Okay,
But
I
yeah,
drove
I don't think you deserve blame on this one.
I'm
yeah,
taking
I
it.
thought you like I could picture you like cars in, and then you hit the garage door, and then all of a sudden you hear.
Yep.
I thought that's what happened.
Did
No,
it bounce off of it, or did it keep going?
Lindsay, this is a great question. I don't really know because I wasn't there at this point.
Oh,
but here's
come
what
on.
I,
You
but
weren't
here's,
even there. This is
Yeah,
no,
this
but
is
I
ridiculous.
I pulled the car in. I pulled it in.
Maybe you
I
should
didn't-
call Jacob.
I didn't pull it in far enough, and then what I should have done, and this is what's been bothering me.
Wait, but she told you to stop.
Right.
Well, I mean, she didn't say stop in the moment. She just normally says stop, like you're going in too far.
Whoa! What do you mean?
That's
Whoa,
a different
whoa,
story
whoa,
now.
whoa.
You said that
now
you were
we're
in the
missing.
car.
Yeah, this does not.
I'm
you
so
said
confused
literally moments ago. She said to stop.
Right. Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Well, I said under normal circumstances, she's always like, "Hey, stop! You're going too far."
No, you did not.
Normal
say?
circumstances.
So
was
now
not
I'm back
in
to
there.
blaming you.
Yeah, it's my
your
fault.
fault.
I'm taking the blame. Oh yeah, I'm taking the blame for
Wait,
sure.
so she did not say to stop.
No, the car started going beep 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 beep, and I stopped because under normal circumstances, she's like, "Hey, you're going in."
But
too
you
far.
could see on the camera
Yeah.
on both the overhead and the frontal view
Yeah.
that on the full frontal
Yeah.
that you could that you had room.
I had plenty of room. I could have kept going.
Then it is your fault. Yeah.
Oh, it's 100% my fault, and it's even more my fault because what kind of a schmuck sends a text? Hey, tell your sons they may need to pull the car in before they close the garage door. Why didn't I just walk in, get the key, and freaking move the car up a little bit? You know why? I'll tell you why. Because I was being lazy. I'm still
hung
Did you
up
go
on
inside and just sit on the couch and like?
No, I left. I had things to do.
I'm hung up on the fact that it actually allowed the door to shut on the car. I haven't. I feel like that's like 20 years ago.
I don't know. I
fixed
feel like
that
there's
feature.
these lasers down at the bottom of the garage door, and when things
Well,
are
that
in the
doesn't make
way,
sense for them to be at the bottom. They should. You have
Well, no,
one
but
at the
that's
top.
where they are. That's where the lasers are usually.
That did not happen to me exactly one time. So one time we had some friends who came to visit, and I didn't realize that they had parked right behind my garage door. So I got in my car to go to the grocery store and then backed into their rental car. Their rental car was fine. My car had the dent in it. That's the only time I've ever had like that kind of, but that's not the garage door.
Who'd you
That
blame
was
it
just
on?
me being an idiot. Like me, just the door opened and I pulled out like normal and didn't look. So I was an idiot. But this, I feel like, I don't know, Cappy. I think there's blame to go around. I'm starting to waver a third time here.
Oh, wow. Well, listen, I must tell you, I appreciate you guys having my back a little bit in this one, but I've already resigned myself to the fact that this is all my fault, and I'm literally going over to her house this afternoon to pick up the car, take it to the dealership, and then start working somebody over at this dealership. I don't want to hear about new bumpers. I don't want to hear about, hey, it's an expensive car.
Hold on. Why is it the dealership's fault?
It's not their fault.
So why would they do anything for free? I don't understand.
No, I'm not
he's
saying
gonna have to pay for it.
I'm going to have to pay for it. I just don't want to hear about, hey, it's going to require a new bumper.
Oh, no,
We gotta-
100% is.
Well, thankfully,
and I don't
she's
want to
your
hear about 2
accountant,
weeks.
so that helps. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about 2 weeks of time in the shop. I don't want to hear about any of that nonsense.
What do you expect them to do?
Buff it out.
Well, then don't
touch
go
it
to,
up.
Don't go to the dealer.
No.
No, they're going to replace the
Yeah,
bumper.
they're going to take. Yeah, they're going to replace parts.
Oh,
Hold on, someone's knocking at my door. Hold
If you
on.
have a car that's less than 5 years old, I think you should always take it to the dealer.
Well, no, but he's trying to get it a buff job. They're not going to do that at the dealer.
Yo,
I would
anybody-
almost guarantee you they're going to replace the bumper.
Oh, no bumper replacement.
Captain, would you
Nuh-uh.
like a tip? A lot
No
of
way.
people who have the that garage situation like you do, where they're worried about not pulling the car in too far,
Mhm.
you hang a tennis ball
Yes.
from the ceiling, and so you know when it hits like the window or the windshield, that's when you stop.
Yeah,
So,
listen.
just
This is
try-
100%
try it,
my
try it.
fault.
I'm just saying you should do
I'm
that.
I'm taking the blame. It's my fault, and I'm blaming the bee sting. So that's the problem. I'm blaming the bee sting in the palm of the hand. It somehow confused me or something. So
Did Sedano order breakfast again? Why are people knocking at his door?
I don't know, but I almost had to just get up
Yeah, he's
myself.
home.
Here's why, Chris. You'll love this. I took 4 pairs of Skechers yesterday.
All right.
I threw them in the washing machine.
Nice. Front loader or top loader?
Top loader. Front loader gets a little moldy.
Yeah,
man.
front loaders are horrible.
Yeah,
I mean, front loader dryer is okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
You want top loader.
You want top loader.
You know,
if you do
wash-
front loader, it gets moldy. You got to replace the plastic.
Captain,
I
you
don't
want
like
some
it.
Noah's bagels.
So you did have
ordered,
breakfast at Whipper.
You ordered Noah's Bagels?
Well, it's a travel.
Well, I
bag.
got because I was literally on the road for the last 2 months. I got like a bazillion Uber dollar credits or whatever.
Yeah.
So like this whole like meal cost me $3 because it was literally or $4 because it was just the tip.
So what'd you get? Wait a second. It was just the tip?
Yeah, because you heard it.
And the taxes.
Okay. And so what'd you get?
So I got an all everything bagel.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I'll open
What kind of
Open
schmear?
this bad boy up.
No, no schmear. This is a sandwich.
What?
Going
It's a
dry
sandwich.
bagel?
It's an egg sandwich.
Oh, that's nice. Then.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All right,
I got
here
egg
comes
sandwich.
Sedano. With his right hand, he's pulling sandwich out of the bag. Now he's got sandwich in his right hand. Left hand puts the bag down.
Yeah.
Now
So
he's
we
got both hands on
all
the bagel.
everything bagel.
Mm-hmm.
We got little double egg white.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just pull this thing apart here. Double egg white turkey, little avocado,
Oh, that's
some
nice.
spinach, and some tomatoes.
Wow.
Sounds
Now
pretty good.
sprinkle some whey powder on there. Give any more protein. More protein.
And then you got a twice baked hash brown.
Oh.
Baked though, not fried.
Twice baked hash brown, huh?
Sprinkle some protein powder on that too.
Yeah, I'll have the whey protein.
Wait, how do you get
And then
these-
I'll take a stinger and I'll be good.
How do you get these points? What points are you talking? I
It's
use
when you
Uber.
use Uber a lot, you get the points.
I use it all
you
the
get,
time.
You get Uber credits.
Yeah, I do that too.
On Uber Eats?
Yeah.
No, Uber like Uber.
Oh,
well, maybe on
Uber.
Uber Eats too, but like you
combines
can
them.
use them for either.
Yeah, combines
But
them.
you have to be like an Uber monthly.
Yeah, I'm an Uber one.
Okay. Well, you're
Why
just
am I
not
not
paying
getting
attention.
points?
Well, how
I
often
want
do you
points.
take an Uber ride?
I don't take Uber rides. I order
So,
from
no,
Uber Eats.
but the
Yeah, but
Uber rides-
you get the credits on the rides. Yeah,
Yeah, the rides.
So it's not okay. So I should start.
Yeah,
using
I'm not sure, Greg.
I should have a lot, given that everybody in my family uses my Uber account. I should have a lot of
They
these
probably
things.
use your Uber points too.
Yeah, they probably do.
they definitely
You're
do.
probably
There's
right.
No question.
Wow. Speaking of eating things, George, this weekend, you know what I had for the first time ever, and I'll probably never have it again?
What happened? What was it?
Oysters Rockefeller.
No, I don't like oysters Rockefeller.
Anybody here on Oysters
What is it?
Rockefeller?
I like
okay, so I,
oysters.
I didn't know either, Lindsay. Oysters Rockefeller is they take the oyster in the shell, then they throw on top of it like some kind of a spinach and then like a cream and then like cheese and then they bake it.
That's too much.
And well, here's the thing. So we ordered this. I didn't want it. Rachel's like, "Oh my God, oysters!"
And I
Rockefeller,
think it has
have
like a liqueur in it.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
anise flavored liqueur like Pernod. Yeah,
I don't know.
A what?
Pernod.
What did
Pernod?
you just say?
Pernod. Pernod.
I
I don't know what
it
any
is.
of
Well,
that
if it's in
means.
French, it's probably Pernod.
Pernod.
So 6 of these things show up at the table. I had one. I was like, "All right, you know, okay, it's all right, you know." And then I had a second one because there were 6 of them there, and I was paying for them. And I'm like, I feel guilty if I don't eat them. And then I had the second one, and by that time, I was already sick. Like, it was just so thick and creamy and rich and cheesy and everything else. Like, I didn't want to eat anything after that. Oysters Rockefeller, you're going to have to excuse me. Not good. Not good at all. So
Doesn't sound good. I wouldn't have eaten it in the first place.
I don't know how the hell we got off onto these tangents here today. I don't really understand what's happened in the 9 o'clock hour, but I
Well,
like.
what do you want to do in the 9 o'clock hour?
You're the
Well, I
king
mean,
of tangents.
I wanted to like break down the NBA draft. You know, that's what I was thinking.
You know what I had in New York?
Tell me.
I went to a restaurant. There's a restaurant at Grand Central Station that's phenomenal. It was unbelievable. It's like a steakhouse, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And they had oysters, and in the oysters, you know how like it comes with like the water in the oyster or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
They also put like a little bit of like booze in it.
Okay.
So like, I mean, I think one of them was like a tequila, the other one was like a gin, and it was like legitimately delicious.
Wait, how do you consume it? Like, do you just it's
Yeah,
in
you
the
just-
oyster?
You just take
itself?
it down like
Slurp
you would a regular oyster. Yeah,
You swallow that thing.
Yeah.
Is what you do. All right. Lindsay, let me ask you, since we haven't seen you in like 6 months.
7 months, Cappy. It's been 7 months.
6, 7. Because I missed, the one thing I missed, really, Linz, I missed the Lindsay segment. We tried everything, man. We had the Bergie do the Lindsay segment. We had some of the young lady interns who were working, and in the case of Brooke, she was an intern. Now she's an employee of the station. She did it one day. What was the young lady's name last week, Chris?
Doris. Doris. No, it was Chloe.
There's Chloe.
Doris just popped in my head for some reason. Chloe Osmore. Chloe Osmore.
Chloe did it last week. But
Do we have
Steph?
Steffa do it? She's here.
No, Lindsay's here.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't the Lindsay segment, Lindsay. Only you do the Lindsay segment, Lindsay.
Yeah, we just started calling it the 9:30 segment.
Oh,
Right.
that's boring. The 9:30 segment.
Well, what do you want? You didn't show up.
Right, it was kind of tough to call it the Lindsay segment.
I mean,
We had Greg fill in for 2 weeks, and then once we realized, okay.
I'm never coming back. Then you just got to change it. That's what I.
Well, we didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Even that brother Kasim hosted it one day.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
gonna
that's
ask
right.
about Kasim. Kasim? Did you enjoy hosting the Lindsay
It was
segment?
pretty fun, yeah.
See?
Why can't you get the mic close to your face? You're
Well,
like
why?
DeMarco.
I don't know. Turn my
DeMarco-
levels up, Christopher.
What?
Yeah. Get him, Kasim. Get him, Kasim.
It's at the same level Cappy's at.
Yeah, get him, Kasim.
Well, I'm a little more soft-spoken than he is.
Well,
so.
maybe change that if
All
you
right,
want an
I'll
on-air
change
career.
it. All right,
From the diaphragm, bro.
Turn it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yeah, you're not the. This isn't the Quiet Storm, and you're playing R&B. Get on there. I'll turn you up though.
That young brother told him
Does
you
that
turn
sound
me
better?
up.
There we go. It sounds better in my ears now.
Oh, great! I'm glad it sounds
Thank
better
you.
in your ears.
Nice.
By the way, Kasim,
Cappy,
if you would have turned up the volume, it would have sounded better
Yeah,
in your
exactly.
ears, too.
Before we get to the Lindsay segment, and you can ask her more questions. Actually, the Lindsay segment should be you asking her questions for in this time around. So
Okay, here, question one. Where you been?
Yeah. But real quick, because I'm watching all this stuff now. Like every channel right now has got like World Cup fever. It feels like. How do you feel? Legitimately, you chose the U.S. not because of anything other in our pool, not because of anything other than you just wanted to root for them.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel that they could legitimately be? Well, for sure they're going to be in the quarterfinals. It feels like now, based on their draw. Barring some major upset now, like they're going to be the favorite in the next round in San Francisco. Like, how do you feel about this? Like, you could be lucking into something here.
I disagree.
And some cold, hard cash?
I mean, lucking in, really?
Well, you
Listen.
can use it now to fix Rachel's car. There is
Oh,
that.
believe me, I could really use it. But here's the thing, and I've heard DeMarco a lot over the last couple of, maybe week and a half or so since the World Cup kicked off. We have a very hard time as American athletes. We have a very hard time understanding how is it we can't have a soccer team that is top level, can compete with Germany or France or Argentina or you name the country. We don't understand it. We just don't get it. Now, over the course of the last 35 years, you may have heard things like, well, in America, the top athletes go to football or basketball or in some cases, maybe even baseball. But when the world starts to change and you have a Hall of Fame caliber wide receiver in the NFL whose son chooses not to play pro football, but instead to play pro soccer, then all of a sudden now we're going to start to find the best athletes in America choosing soccer over football or basketball.
And that's what you have with Freeman.
And that's the kid Freeman. His father, Antonio Freeman, was a great player for the Green Bay Packers. Look, it's very hard for us who don't understand.
Don't forget Tab Ramos' kid.
Right, him too. Reina and Ramos. Right. Look, it's hard for us to believe that we as Americans, with this massive country of ours, with now its own pro soccer league, with developmental academies everywhere, it's hard for us to believe that we cannot compete in soccer. How could the athletes from France or Brazil or Germany, how could they be better athletes? Explain that to me. They can't.
Well, they also don't have all of the other sports they're competing with.
Well, they're not playing
They don't
football.
have like football and baseball and basketball teams at like the top level, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. I mean, there's going to be a German kid who's going to grow up and he's going to be 7 feet tall and he's going to choose to play in the NBA, not play soccer.
His name is Dirk Nowitzki, and he already won a championship and is a Hall of Famer.
There you go.
Yeah, take that, Cap.
Right. So it's hard for us to imagine as Americans, as athletes, that we don't have the players to play against these other squads. And George, you and I have had this conversation. I said I believe the USA can win the World Cup. You said no, they can't. They can play good for a couple games, but when they have to play Germany, Brazil, Argentina back to back to back, they'll never be able to survive. To which I say nonsense.
Okay.
I
would love to be wrong, but I still believe that to be the case.
And I'll go back to my comment last week. In 1994, none of us cared about soccer. Most of us barely watched the World Cup, okay? In 2026, all these years later, 32 years later, as the World Cup comes back to North America, not just the United States, but to North America, all these years later, our country is now consumed with games every single day.
Cap, this isn't working because the Russians are taking you.
Oh, I thought it was me.
Oh,
No.
really?
Yeah, no, I got you.
Now you're back.
Oh.
You're a robot.
All I'm saying is 32 years ago, none of us cared about soccer. George, you
Well,
backed
don't
me
say
up last
none.
week.
There were still,
I
I mean,
remember
11
being
million
into it.
people watched them play Brazil on
in
July
the
4th that year.
quarterfinals. But you also brought up the numbers last week that like 22 million,
21,
like double the
yeah.
audience.
Yeah, but there's more media now that you can watch in a second.
But there's also more interest in soccer than ever before.
But what's your point? If
My
you're a
point
great
is-
athlete in this country,
Yeah.
to Lindsay's point, or Greg,
Yep.
somebody said it, you have other sports to play and become a multimillionaire very quickly.
No doubt about it.
So
No
why
doubt.
would you play MLS soccer?
Well, you might not play MLS soccer. You might play international soccer because you're one of the
Right, there's
truly
plenty
elite
of
players.
American kids who play internationally.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
But,
But
I'll say
now-
this: like Kylian Mbappe, if he grew up here, maybe he doesn't play soccer.
Maybe not. But this kid
Same
Freeman,
thing for Neymar. When he was growing up, right? Like if he would have grown up here, maybe he doesn't play soccer.
And on the flip side, when you look at a guy like Landon Donovan as an example, I'm using a historic soccer name. Landon Donovan, he wasn't going to play in the NBA at 5'7". He wasn't going to play in the NFL at 5'7", 160 pounds. He wasn't going to do that. Soccer was his chance. But now you have better athletes than ever before choosing to play soccer, not just play football or basketball.
Although the GOAT is still like 5'8", or whatever he is.
That's why Travis does the Messi voice.
Mm-hmm.
So the point is he can't play. Messi most likely can't play NFL, NBA, baseball. He's too short. So he's not going to make millions and millions and millions of dollars if he's playing soccer in this country.
And also the players that are on the USA team now, a lot of them don't actually play here. They grow up in other countries, and so that's where they learn to play. Like Christian Pulisic played, I forget where it was, but he grew up in another country.
He's played internationally for many years.
Yeah.
Why
But
do you
he
make
also
these,
grew up
Cappy,
out
I think
there.
you like this. You like when you make a point and then we all swarm you and
No,
just
no.
beat you down.
No, because here it is, because it all started with this. George said, "Don't you feel good about your pick of USA?" Yes, I do.
Yeah, but
At
I don't
some-
think Cappy's completely wrong here.
At some point, the USA is going to have a major breakthrough in the World Cup. Sure. Why not this year?
Why
with the
not
best
now?
team, right, with the best team that they've had, with the most skilled players that they've had, and as Zlatan keeps bringing up during these Fox broadcasts, you've got the energy of the country behind you. If this World Cup were happening in another part of the world, we'd be watching it on TV, but it wouldn't be hands-on. I mean, the whole world is here between Canada, the U.S., Mexico. The whole world is here. And there's this energy around the World Cup, and there's an energy around the USA team. And by the way, the U.S. won on Friday 2-0. Christian Pulisic didn't even play. He's their best player, and he didn't even play. By the way, he probably shouldn't even play in the third game either.
Well,
Should
no,
be
he
saving
definitely
him.
shouldn't play in the third game.
So, George, to answer your question originally, I'm freaking stoked that the U.S. has 2 wins so far, a goal differential of 5, and this looks like the best U.S. World Cup men's team we've ever seen, at least through 2 games.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show, always made possible by Jacob and Ronnie. If you're injured in an accident or your significant other puts a garage door on your car, call Jacob. 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Or call jacob.com. By the way, join Beto Duran this Thursday and Mercado Gonzalez at Costa Mesa for this summer's biggest football watch party experience. Experience nonstop game day energy, drink specials, surprise giveaways, and incredible food like fire grilled asada tacos, quesadilla, ceviches, and churros Cheer with the entire Mercado all tournament long. Mercado Gonzalez, where every match tastes better. By the way, can we mention the matchup on Thursday or no in the liner?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know if we legally can. I don't know what's going on.
Well, the players we usually can.
Hey, breaking news.
Oh, okay,
I will
hold
from
on.
now on. How about that?
Well, I don't know. I'm just asking.
Linda Cohn is retiring.
It is a final.
Man.
The great Linda Cohn.
By the way, Linda Cohn, I was actually in the car and I listened via YouTube. Yeah.
With Eisen. Yeah, that was did you hear the one thing that came out of that story was the catchphrase that she wanted to use for baseball on SportsCenter.
Yes,
and
yeah.
Norby Williamson told her, no, you can't use that. It's
By the way,
close.
Is it bad?
Well, just watch it or listen to it. Eisen's This Was SportsCenter.
I'll just tell you,
Yeah,
it was all over the internet. You could find it, and it was quoted. She wanted to say that a great hitter was a master batter.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? Remember in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, probably a little close.
And the one thing that's come out of this is Rich has taken a lot of swipes at Norby Williamson. So for people that like the behind the curtain stuff, there is a lot of that, especially all of them.
I mean, I could get why he would be like,
Yeah, maybe we don't have a female in the 90s saying master batter on ESPN.
Pretty funny, though.
Well, now it would be funny, but back then,
I love Linda Cohn, by the way.
She's great.
I mean, you talk about a career. I don't know how many years,
Amazing.
George, she had on sports. I bet you it was probably close to 40 years.
Episode 1 with Dan Patrick, Episode 2, Berman. Episode 3 with Greeny was really, really, they're all been great.
She's
Linda
done the
Cohn,
most sports centers of anyone.
Yeah.
Really?
And I believe Episode 5 is going to be Kilborn.
Oh, really? Craig Kilborn.
And I think that'll be the first
Well,
season.
Did you say Fowler? I didn't.
Oh,
hear you
yeah,
say.
that's right. Fowler's going to be 5. Kilborn's going to be 6. Those are the 6 episodes.
So she
Kilborn.
is retiring June 30th.
Wow, what a career.
We
Linda
should have
Cohn.
her in the have her in studio.
We should have her on.
Isn't she
I could text her.
Yeah.
She's L.A. based now, isn't
No,
she?
she is. And
Yeah,
Pines,
she lives in
Pines
South
is-
Bay.
Pines has been talking to her about stuff. So I think we can get her in.
I'm a huge
I
Linda
love
Cohn
Linda.
fan.
Linda,
So do
one of the nicest, coolest colleagues I've had here.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hers. I'm a big fan of her work. Love how she's an unabashed New York sports fan. Hockey fan, Ranger fan, Knicks fan. I'm a huge fan of Linda Cohn. I met her probably in 1999-ish in New York City in Central Park at some golf long putt competition, and she was one of the celebrity competitors. I was the host of the event. And who was there that night? This guy who was this well-known real estate mogul, this guy named Trump or something or other. And there he was. He was up there. This is long before he is who he is today. He was up there just putting away from 100 feet out, trying to win whatever millions of dollars for charity. So love Linda Cohn. Would love to have her in.
All right.
Congratulations, Linda. Mazel tov, girl.
9:40 in the morning. We like to play a TV theme for the Lindsay segment. Lindsay hasn't been here to... Well, no, she did host that Lindsay segment remotely that one day. And that's when she told Cappy she'd be back Monday, and then that was 2 weeks ago. So, we like to play a TV theme. Yesterday, June 21st, back in 2015, the TV show Ballers premiered on HBO. The Lindsay segment always made possible, whether it's the Lindsay segment or the 9:30 segment, by Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. As I like to say, take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. So, since I haven't been here, have you guys talked at all about the international soccer fans that are in the U.S. that have been tweeting all of their their travels and their journeys and oh my God, this is so great about the U.S. A lot of it food related?
We have not,
Okay.
but I do see a lot of these people from around the world that are getting their first taste of America.
Yeah.
And they are going completely viral
Yeah, I saw
because
this,
of these comments.
Yeah, there was the guy from Germany who was tweeting about barbecue when he was in Kansas City and tweeting about Buc-ee's. He couldn't believe how amazing Buc-ee's was.
Yeah, talked a little bit about that one, yeah.
Another thing is international soccer fans are obsessed with ranch because they apparently they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have ranch in a lot of other
I saw that
countries.
Hidden Valley though is making TSA type approved doses.
That's
of
amazing.
ranch for them
That's
to
a
take
great
back.
idea.
So people are so crazy about ranch that TSA has had to confiscate tons of bottles of ranch because people are like trying to take it in their carry-on back to their country. So now, as George said, like they're making these travel-size ranch packs for people that are flying home, and they joked. TSA joked on Twitter like, "Hey, people should stop chugging that ranch outside of security because they couldn't get it home." So I wanted to ask you guys, like, are you a ranch person? And or what's your favorite condiment? Cappy, you go first.
So as far as being a ranch person, I think I've told you guys, but my daughters have been working at this pizza shop in my town since my daughter's 16. So it's been like 6 years. And they have this homemade ranch, and it is so bomb. And it's just something that you cannot not eat. So if they bring it to you, you wind up dipping your pizza, especially crust, in the ranch dressing. So I happen to love this homemade ranch. I can't not eat it. I have no willpower at all. However, my favorite condiment, and this may be a controversial statement, so be ready, everybody. My favorite condiment is hummus. And I just want to make sure.
I don't believe hummus is a condiment.
Okay, see, that's where the controversy might come in.
Dip.
Yeah, I don't think it's condiment.
Wait a second. Why is there a difference between a dip and a
Because you're not like putting hummus on like your hot dog or your sandwich or.
Well,
right?
I would put it on my sandwich for sure. 100%. I'm putting it on my pita, on my gyro. I'm putting it on absolutely. So I would argue that ranch is a salad dressing.
It's a semantics thing. Maybe you're right. I would say, I would consider a dip different. Although I think ranch can be either. Can be a dip or a condiment.
Dip. Really? So you see, to me, ranch is in the salad dressing category.
It started off as a salad dressing, but then it expanded to other worlds.
It evolved.
Because you could put it on anything, and people do. But whereas hummus,
I do like ranch. I had a little ranch yesterday. We ordered some Wingstop yesterday. So
if you had a vegetable platter and there was ranch dressing or there was hummus, I'm dipping my carrot.
Oh, I would go hummus first, but I would still have some ranch too.
By the way, AI Overview says, yes, hummus is widely considered a condiment.
Yeah, it
Bread
should be.
And
Well, AI is not always correct.
They're not. I'm just
AI
saying.
will literally tell you a lot of wrong things.
But why wouldn't hummus be a condiment? You dip stuff in it.
That's why I said it's fine. Like, it could be both. Like, it's very possible. But I wouldn't necessarily trust, Gemini over there.
a condiment can be a dip, but a dip isn't necessarily.
Well, that's
a
what
condiment.
Google's
Is it
AI
Gemini?
thing is called. Yeah.
I like Russian dressing.
Russian dressing is great.
Wait, what's Russian?
Well, that's what they
dressing?
put on Big Macs.
Thousand Island.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
It's a Thousand Island.
it's close to Thousand Island. It's like a
But when it's a
spicier,
homemade
zestier.
Russian dressing from a Jewish deli, it's incredible.
Oh, the best.
The best.
And by the way, how are you not playing the anthem right now?
I know, because I'm trying to multitask here because I just called Beto from the board and he's on hold. So let's wrap up the Lindsay
How about
segment.
this, Cappy? How about tzatziki?
Oh, I like
I love
tzatziki.
tzatziki.
Oh, tzatziki is
Tzatziki's good.
Is
Also
it
a
a condiment,
condiment?
though? I don't think of it as a condiment.
Yeah,
No,
that's,
it is.
that's a
You can
condiment.
dip. It's a
Yeah,
dip.
you dip it.
Yeah.
It's more of a dip, I feel like. It's yogurt.
Dip your carrot in that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
celery. I mean, not
so-
celery, cucumbers.
So you're saying a condiment, in your definition, has to be put on something, not dipped into.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, I can be persuaded. Like, I believe, like, it makes sense that you would say it's a condiment.
I mean, you can dip a fry into ketchup. You could also dip a fry into mayonnaise, even though I think it's disgusting.
You can dip it into tzatziki. Why not?
100%.
You can dip it. I've dipped it into Russian dressing.
All right, you've convinced me.
You got it. Condiment.
Wow. Nice.
All right.
Where's Beto?
All right, the Lindsay segment. Thank you, Lindsay. It's good to have you back. It is time now for an update because this was Cappy's idea, and we hunted down the Cisco kid of ESPN LA because he witnessed the beginning of Rachel, Cappy's girlfriend's birthday weekend. The one and only Beto Duran joins us now on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Good morning, Beto.
Good morning to everybody. Glad everybody's back, and happy Father's Day to Otis and you, Morales.
Thank you so much. It was a great Bun Dad weekend.
Wow.
So,
I did not know it was Rachel's birthday on Friday, but we had a rocking time. And Cappy, you undersell how awesome the Belly Up is. It is a fantastic place, great venue, and as the picture I posted on Instagram, the only one I posted was when you're with Cappy, it's VIP because it said reserved VIP for Cappy.
Beto, I was telling all these guys earlier, I'm like, I don't know what Beto's review will be, but Beto showed up on Friday night, and you didn't say to me, hey, I'm coming, I'm bringing Razzo, I'm bringing Razzo's wife. I just thought you were coming solo, which I thought was going to be really great. And by the way, it was great to have Razzo and his wife. They're awesome people. I love those guys. And then I was like, okay, well, we got 3 more people. More the merrier. Let's add to the party. But I was curious, Beto, what you would think when it was all said and done about what you kind of saw, witnessed that night.
I purposely didn't tell you because I wanted to pull a Cappy and show up with unannounced friends, just like you, and I need 8. I wanted to do that because you told me that this venue, you told me you guys were doing dinner, and I purposely went later when the dinner was over, and I went to that side door, and my boy Razzo just had knee replacement surgery, so I told him there's a Prince tribute band. We were stuck at the hotel. He's like, oh, we're Cappy, let's go. So I brought him and his wife. We had a great time. Cappy, Rachel and your entire crew is fun. And my boy Razzo even said, who are these people, man? They're crazy because you guys go out of control. Like nobody, like, I don't know if it's a midlife crisis everybody's going through or if everybody's just rich and they just do whatever they want. But I could only imagine what was left on the cutting room floor of Stable Wars because it seems like it was a lot of like, I'll trade you here. Like, it's like like the pieces just go together. Like everybody just goes together, man.
So all in all, though, Beto, I mean, the Prince tribute band I thought was amazing. How'd you like those guys?
Oh, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, they were fantastic. Prince, again, they do a great job. We were trying to figure out if the lead singer, because he looked like he was Persian. We're like, okay, is he an HR director? Is he a lawyer? What does he do in the week? Because on the weekends, this guy comes out and just does whatever he wants. He had like an 8-pack. And he kept looking your way, Cap. Don't tell me he wasn't. Because when he jumped off the stage, he went right at you that one time because we're off on the side, and he went right at you.
This brother's wearing high heels doing these Prince dance moves on the floor that were unbelievable, George. Prince, again, is the name of the tribute band. They were incredible. And then Beto said to me, he goes, the one thing about this place is, he goes, I like the Solana Beach heat. He said, I'm the youngest guy in the place. Beto, did you feel like it was an older crowd?
It's exactly what I've been looking for. I'm going to be turning 48 in a couple weeks, and exactly. Women with alimony, horses, and country club memberships. That's exactly what I want. And Cap, I did tell one woman, I was like, hey, I know you. She's like, no, you don't. I thought I recognized her from Fox 5 in San Diego, a friend of mine that works on there that had some work done. And she's like, no. I'm like, okay. And that lady was mad at me, too. Then I offered to buy a drink for another woman before I even saw you. She's like, I don't drink. So, like, it's like people going through those phases of life of, like, I'm just here to see a band. Leave me alone. Don't bother me. But the heat was crazy, Cappy. I mean, it's different. It's different. It's a different
Just remember
world.
down there, Beto, you're going to need a Walmart bag full of stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Rachel's not listening, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good. So
I mean, you never know.
Well,
right?
it's going to be in the open tomorrow no matter what you say, so go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Rachel is gorgeous. I didn't know it was her birthday. And she was dressed up, like she had like a snakeskin like shawl or something going on. And then like halfway through the band, just like takes it off. And I thought she was a different woman because there was a woman next to me. It was just jacked, arms like toned. Like you could tell she does like Pilates or something. And I looked, I was like, oh, that's Rachel. Like she had like a whole different look about her. And that's when she was away from Cap and her and her friends were all dancing. It was like the Real Housewives of Solana Beach, man. I'm not underselling this. That needs to be a TV show down there because, and even the guys that are with you, your crew, I'm not being a jerk here, but that's nothing but HGH and testosterone shots down there.
That's a lot of peptides is what that is.
That's what it is. The peptides. You guys have the good money, man. And Kat, you're an awesome host. You were having a great time. Because I don't even think you were really drinking, but you were having a great time down there. And then the band before that, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Oh my God, that the owner of that place, the manager, everybody's super cool, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, dude, it's so funny you said that. I was drinking. I drank some. I had a couple of vodka sodas, and then at the end of the night, the server came over and she handed me the bill, and I'm like, okay, so I had a couple. I'm sure Rachel had a couple, but everybody in that reserve section had a wristband on, and I don't know, man, but that girl just apparently decided that everybody was on the same tab, and when it came to the end of the night and that bar tab came my way, I was like, what happened here? I had like 2 drinks. And then she's like, yeah, well, I just put everybody on the same tab.
For the record, I have my own tab, so don't include me in this one.
Okay.
So what ended up happening, Cap?
By the way, speaking of tabs, RC, the barber, just texted me and says, tell Beto to forget to pay for his last haircut. Since you got him hooked up at Disneyland or something recently.
Yeah, I took care of him. Oh, his daughter's fantastic.
All right, so Cappy, let's get to the hook of this thing here.
Yeah.
Is it that you ended up having to pay this bill at the end of the night?
Oh, I paid a massive bar tab at the end of the night.
So how much was it?
For me, it was massive. I don't know, like $700.
Really?
How many people, though?
Whoa.
Like 20-ish, 20.
That's not
That's
bad
not
for
bad
20
for 20
people.
people, but why did you end up having to pay it?
Well, because what happened is I like reserved this section by the stage, and then I had like 20 or so wristbands, and I gave them to everybody who was there. I gave Beto and Razzo's wife, I gave them 3 wristbands, and I gave everybody wristbands, and people were coming in and coming out, and they were ordering drinks, and I think that the server probably thought, well, everybody who's got a wristband must be part of the same crew, so I'll just put it all on one tab. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's why back in my drinking days, especially when it was a group like that, unless I meant to pay for everybody, I would go to the server, give them a tip out of the gate, and say, this is my card. This person and this person order on me. Otherwise, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's good for you to Cappy to take care of that. $700, man.
And then you got to
Yeah,
fix the
that's
car, too.
Hey. Hey, after this weekend, seeing how Cappy rolls, $700 bag of shells, baby, no problem.
Well, Beto, it was awesome to have you, man. It really was. You, Razzo, the whole crew, man. It was awesome to have you guys there. Glad you guys had fun.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks for the hospitality all week, man. It was good. Your kids are fantastic. They're great. And the girl from, was it Tulane, the one just graduated? Man, she's super cool. I finally met her.
Boy, they loved you.
Great
Other
job,
than
Cappy.
my son was a little pissed at you Friday morning for, what was that toy that you had that made all that noise?
The matraca.
Yeah, he was like, what the hell is that, man? 7:15 in the morning, and Beto's in here, running that. I'm like, hey, man, it's part of the radio show. And he's like, well, I live here. I'm like, well, you live in my radio studio.
I'm going to leave your kid alone, bro. I'm going to be quiet.
So, Beto, Thursday, we're going to be at Mercado Gonzalez Northgate in Costa Mesa. I'm coming out. I think Cappy's getting cold feet now. He doesn't want to come out and share a churro with me. So you going to share a churro with me on screen?
You know what, Morales? If there's no Cappy, I'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Beto and I
Nice.
going to share that churro, baby, Thursday
Oh, yeah.
at Mercado Gonzalez. What time are we going to be out there? Does it say here on the liner? It doesn't say
The
that
game's
on the
at 7.
liner either. Okay.
The game's at 7. We'll probably be there around 5. I know they get there early because it's the marquee game, and that place will be cracking. And if you look at the Mercado social media accounts, they've been having a party every single day.
Who's
So you
okay?
watch
Beto, I can't wait for Thursday. I'm about to go on a rant, so go ahead. Thursday, Northgate Gonzalez, Mercado, Costa Mesa. Going to be a party, oh party.
Let's go, man. I'm ready. USA game.
Beto, take the rest of the day off. We love you, baby.
I sure do.
All right, bye.
All right, for our team that writes these liners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get ready, Bergie. How is it that you write liners? This is because people said in the YouTube chat when I did the Pico Rivera liner. We got to mention the time we're going to be out there. Sedano, would you agree with this?
Yeah, I always got to mention the time.
United States plays
The
at 7.
Northgate liner, the Pico Rivera liner have no times on them. So when we say we're going to be out there, I don't know, is that 10 a.m.? Is that 5 p.m.? Saturday, we're mentioning go to Pico Rivera. What time?
Wow.
Maybe AI could write better liners.
The ripping of the paper.
All right, you want the don't sweat the small stuff? And this isn't small stuff, by the way. It's
Yeah,
just
go
radio,
ahead.
guys.
Do the calendar
Just
thing.
radio. Jesus.
Wow.
Monday, June 22nd, 2026. Search for the grain of truth in other opinions. When you judge someone else or their opinion, it really doesn't say anything about the other person, but it says quite a bit about your need to be judgmental. So as Ted Lasso once told us, don't be judgmental. What's the other part he says?
Curious.
Be curious, not judgmental.
Well done.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Oh,
Yeah,
look at
very
Kasim.
good.
He's smiling. You liked that rant, didn't you?
My brother
You
Kasim
liked that
loved
rant.
it, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I didn't know that today was going to be a rant day because Stephanie is in the YouTube room with Sweet Timmy. She's her and Janessa are training this week on like what the YouTube team does back there. I didn't want to do a rant in front of her, but that last liner got me.
Yeah, it was good.
That last liner got me.
And you're right, by
7
the way.
o'clock for the USA game.
Well,
on
maybe we
Thursday.
should put that in the liner.
I'm just saying.
And Sedano's got my back on this one. This is coming up tomorrow night at the
the
Sam
time
Pines
is
dinner.
a basic necessity.
This is coming up at the Sam Pines dinner, Kasim.
Oh, my.
I'm also going to tell Sam Pines, that brother Kasim, he's good.
He's
We
good.
got to promote him.
That's right. I'd like to
Kid
see that
needs a
brother
raise.
Kasim's hair on Sam Pines. Good look.
Jay in the YouTube chat said, damn, I feel bad for Otis when he leaves pebbles on the sofa.
No, Otis doesn't leave pebbles. By the way,
The she.
Yeah, Otis could poop on my face, and I'm okay with that. It's Otis the bunny.
Yeah,
Jeez,
right.
man.
Right.
What? Sometimes she does when she's a bunny.
And she poops on your face?
Yeah, what?
Well, no, sometimes she'll jump
care
on
if
my
you're a
face.
bunny.
Yeah, but if a pebble dropped on my face, I'm not mad about it. That's Otis the bunny. She could do no wrong.
You wipe Otis's tushy?
Guess what? Stephanie mainly does that, but sometimes I help. Otis could write better liners than this.
Wow.
Yeah. It is time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal, thanks to Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house? Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No, I'm just going to be there Saturday all day. Come by whenever you want. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer. Or visit sellersadvantage.com. Providence Realty, DRE 01191-5212, Cappy.
Guys, I went to my first NASCAR race ever this past weekend. Has everybody here been to a NASCAR race?
I have, yes.
Yeah? You ever been to a NASCAR road race or just a circle like an oval?
No, just an oval.
I'm putting my San Diego NASCAR weekend cap back on.
It was an amazing thing what they did. They put a NASCAR road course on an active military base at North Island. This is usually where they have hundreds of F-18s and lots of helicopters and just tons of personnel. It was a really, really, really cool event on television. I must tell you guys right now, I would watch the race on TV. I'd learn a lot about the race. I'd understand who's winning and who's behind. In person, can I tell you guys something? I don't think I'd go again. The hospitality was amazing. The food was great. The drinks were flowing.
Yeah, but the actual race is like,
Well, the cars come by, vroom, 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 right? And then it's like, okay. And then like 2 or 3 minutes goes by, and then vroom, 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 vroom. Okay. And then a few more minutes go by, and vroom, vroom. Listen, it was incredible what they built. I have nothing but love and respect for everything that they built on an active military base, and I loved being there, and I loved going, and I loved the event. But the race itself, it was so loud, and I finally got headphones.
It's a NASCAR race.
I know, but I felt so bad.
You didn't realize that an auto race was going to be loud?
That's why the guys in the pit have those things on.
Right, George. I got this big bag of merch in this hospitality area where I was, and I never went into the bag of merch while I was there. Beautiful jacket, great T-shirt, nice hat, earplugs. Had I gone into the merch bag, I'd have put the earplugs in. But they had these headphones where I could put the headphones on and a radio where I could listen to the drivers talking to their pit, and that was pretty cool. But again, the event, I like going to events. I like going to hospitality. I like hobnobbing with people, etc. All I'm saying is that on TV, I bet this thing was awesome to look at and see downtown San Diego and the aircraft carriers and all the military hardware. I bet it was awesome. But in person, when you just see them come by every 3 minutes, you're like, I don't really even know what's going on here.
Well, you win some, you lose some, Cappy.
Yeah, but I give it up to all those NASCAR fans. Those NASCAR fans, they are passionate. They love it. They show up hours in advance, man. They buy everything in town. It was cool. It was a really great event.
You know, as I say, for gearheads, the place to go is Hard Rock Casino Tahoe, the easiest drive from downtown LA up in Tahoe, Bakersfield. Hard Rock Casino Tahoe is the place to watch these great NASCAR events. And now, NASCAR heads up to Sonoma Raceway for this upcoming weekend. So first San Diego, now Sonoma Raceway for the Toyota Save Mart 350 coming up on Sunday.
Okay. I'd be watching that.
All right. Well,
yeah,
there you go.
I got to get some Benadryl. Is it really too late for Benadryl?
No, you shoot some in there. I mean, I think you're past the part of like the poison being in there, but
my hand just doesn't stop itching.
Well, did you take some Tylenol?
No, nothing.
Well, no, the Benadryl will help the itching. So take Benadryl now.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
By the way, the reason I think your internet's been shaky today is because all your kids are in the house using up all the internet. This usually doesn't happen on your pipe. Your pipe's good pipe.
I got good pipe.
Yeah.
Lay that thing down.
Oh, come on, man.
What?
You guys go so far.
God, my hand itches so bad.
You gonna write the liners for tomorrow for us?
Yeah, for
Put
sure.
the time
I'm gonna put in
there.
the date and the time and everything.
You will have times tomorrow.
I hope you're going to yell at somebody, Bergie.
I've already started.
Good. Everybody have a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Trudell will be here because it's NBA draft day, and Sedano's going to be traveling to see Mom. Oh, hold on one second.
Guilty.
Sedano's going to take care of your mom.
Mine in this case.
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow morning. Kasim's face. That should be a bit. Just Kasim's facial expression. God, I love this brother Kasim. All right, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
But I would say the next thing is going to